First time seeing me? Welcome to the stream. How are you? For Fernanda. What's up, honey child? V for Vendetta. What's good? Hey, what's up, Code? Reporting for duty. That's what's up, Eric. Bro, how you been? I've been pretty cool. What about yourself? What's up, Glow? But yeah, in these stream, we're gonna be breaking down the different things that these narcissists and these warlocks be doing, the different type of tactics. And this isn't all of them, but this is stuff you're gonna see a lot when you guys are out there. Uh I want to call it society, but I more so just want to say the wild. That's how isolated I'd be. I just call out there the wild. You wouldn't even know where to begin. Oh, what's up, Claire? Lady Sadie, what's good? A galaxy right off the bat. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sent the galaxy. Everyone, W Michelle in the chat. What's up, Purple Flower? As always, as soon as you guys get me to, I'll be saying 10K likes, but you guys get there very fast. Let's say 15K on TikTok, and then we will get started. Normally, when I start these chats, though, I do want to talk to you guys, see how you guys are feeling, because we're all in the spiritual warfare together. So I know you guys are out there going through the BS as well. How's everyone feeling from 1 to a 10? With 10 being, what did I say yesterday? With 10 being the worst and 1 being the best. Just getting started? Yeah, I just started it like 5 minutes ago. Got the numbers all over the place. And as I always be saying, anyone that is draining you guys don't have to have those people in your life. We got to get to a point where we're just able to cut off anything that is draining us. But I understand in all these different situations, you can't control it. We did talk about the last stream, how to protect yourself. So make sure you guys protect your energy because these demons want it by any means necessary. And they're gonna do whatever they can to get it. But you have ways to protect yourself. So all you guys going through it right now, start learning how to protect your energy and you'll start feeling a whole lot better. Also, yeah, I have Smex Magic down there. We're gonna be talking about it. I do these streams on TikTok. It has to be like user friendly, so just read between the lines, guys. But we're at 5,000 likes right now. As soon as we hit 15K likes, we will get started. Everyone, welcome in. You're not alone. I expose the toxic people, the demons. That's why they hate me, and I love it. I'm here to give you guys this knowledge so you guys are out there and you guys can protect yourself. Because if you guys don't know, if you guys are new on the journey, witchcraft is definitely a real thing. There's people out there manipulating to get control over you, and you probably didn't even know. Like manipulation, they would never do that. Come to find out, probably was your family doing this stuff to you. Got no one in my life that should be draining it. That's amazing. Epsom salt bath makes you feel brand new. Appreciate the wisdom. Do you read the Bible? I watch people that break it down. That's one of the reasons he stay clear of TikTok these days. I feel it. So grateful for your vids. I'm grateful for you. Likes are going up fast. TikTok, you guys are on it. You guys are on it. Before we get started, too, I think I'm gonna start all my streams by doing this. We're gonna do mental health check-ins, make sure everyone's good. Everyone just kind of let me know how you guys are feeling. But one thing I say in all my streams is that you guys are very powerful beings. What these demons do, they manipulate you to make you feel like you're not powerful. So anyone in here, if you guys are giving your power away to any type of demon, I want all you guys to type in the chat right now. I take my power back, all capital letters. Say it out loud. Don't just say it, feel it. If you guys are followers of mine, if you guys are gonna be in these streams, hey, we can't have no one manipulating you guys. I'm not gonna allow it. Anyone that is like a talking stage, a family member, a friend, take your power back, please. If you guys are in confusion right now, like, are they doing that? Are they not? Hey, we gotta cut that out, guys. I've been doing this content for a minute now. If you guys have been following me, I know it's not as easy as me saying it, but you guys got to keep practicing. And anyone that is draining you guys, cut those cords, cut those cords. You guys, right now in the chat, you probably said it and you feel a little bit better. Now you got to actually walk with that energy. I don't want to just do these streams for no reason. I want you guys to actually implement the information. So once you guys like leave the stream today, like I don't want you as soon as you can end, you end up with texting that toxic person. Not implement this stuff in real life and make sure you guys aren't allowing these demons to drain your energy. You cut them all off. Love to hear it. But yeah, guys, we are going to get started. For everyone that's just coming in right now, You're Not Alone. I talk a lot about spiritual warfare. If that's something you guys would like to hear more about, shoot me a follow on TikTok, sub to me on YouTube. The TikTok people, sub to me on YouTube. If you want to watch the stream later, it is going to be uploaded on there. Kushi, what's up? How are you? Appreciate the heart, man. Yesterday, we were talking about different ways to protect yourself in spiritual warfare. I always want to start these streams by kind of just talking about what spiritual warfare is for all the newcomers that are in here. Understand, guys, we are in a spiritual war. Your whole life, you probably was thinking to yourself, like, why are you getting attacked? Why do people hate you? Why are people always getting triggered? Come to find out, a lot of these people have demons within them. And if you're someone that operates within the light, if you're someone that is genuine and positive, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to be a target out there. I wish this was a logical world. I wish it was like the more good you are, the better you will be treated. Because that would be paradise. That would be an absolute paradise if like everyone was just good and we were chilling and there was like one or two like bad apples. But the more you're going to be on this journey, the more you're going to see that we're like outnumbered severely. And that's why you guys always get grouped up on because there's like 5% of us out there fighting a bunch of these narcissistic demons, warlocks that are playing these power games, that is doing witchcraft. So you can call it a spiritual war. You can also call it a frequency war. You can call it like a battle between good and evil. I don't really like that term though. 'Kay, it makes it like more so black and white. Notice stuff is like a spectrum. Some people they feel guilty about doing bad, but they don't want to be left out. They don't want to fight like a losing battle, so they're doing it to still play the game so they can be in it. If you guys are in this chat, there's a high probability that you guys see the game with your eyes and you're like, we don't want to play that because playing the game to us is very inauthentic. It feels very fake. We're like, yo, this doesn't feel like you be thinking to yourself, if you guys are doing that, how do you guys connect with people? One thing you're gonna learn in this stream is that like these demons, 90% of people out there don't want connection with you guys. When you guys are walking out there being like, I want a friend, I want a relationship, I want a cool relationship with my family members, they're not want a lot of those people aren't wanting those same things. And if you're someone that walks in the light and you have these spiritual gifts, people just want control of you because when people are able to control other individuals, they feel powerful themselves. In this frequency war, the people that refuse to work on themselves, the people that are operating out of trauma, they don't do their shadow work. And if they don't do their shadow work, they allow themselves to get shadow dominant consciousness. They allow themselves to get possessed by their shadow side. And you guys have probably seen that with your own eyes, seeing people get possessed. They're not even aware of why they're doing what they're doing. And that's why a lot of you guys just stay away from people, because people, they could probably be good to everyone else. And everyone is like, yo, that's a cool person. But as soon as you come around, they start doing the weirdest things you've ever seen. So weird. You're like, can I even talk about this? Is anyone going to believe me? And for a lot of this stuff, you can't talk about it. I think I put it on here. I didn't, but when we get to love spells and mirroring, there's this thing called glamour spells. A lot of narcs put people under glamour spells out there, and that glamour spell allows them to look like a good and normal person to everyone else. If you guys are in this chat, if you guys have like raised your frequency and you guys see through this stuff, witchcraft does not work on you guys. When there's people out there doing glamour spells, you see right through that stuff like immediately. When everyone is like under that glamour spell, everyone's like, they're a cool person, they're amazing. Some of these people is even saying like, you should date that person. And you're like, that's a demon right there. But a lot of people aren't going to be able to see what you see. So then you learn to yourself, like, I just gotta like keep this stuff to myself, move accordingly. And when you do that, you don't even have to really do anything to expose these people. They expose themselves. Because everyone in here, where you guys deal with people trying to do witchcraft on you, a lot of people sold their souls because they were told that witchcraft is the way to go. I'm gonna let you guys know this. If you guys are in this chat and you guys are good, authentic people, you guys are divinely protected, and they can do witchcraft on you. Like, they're gonna try. These weapons are gonna form, but they're never gonna prosper. So to you guys that get frustrated some days, like, why are they doing this to me? These people are horrible, da da da. You will always come out on top. You just gotta ignore this stuff. And I know that sounds easier said than done. And if you guys are doing your shadow work, raising your frequency, a lot of this stuff just starts to come natural. When we were young and didn't even know witchcraft was a thing, we would react to everything. And reacting to things is giving your energy to the situation. And warlocks, narcissists, they love when you put your energy into something, because to all the new people in here, witchcraft is just a manipulation of energy. Black magic is them manipulating the energy to get control over another individual. And as we spoke about yesterday, you don't have to give these people your energy. If you don't give these people your energy, they don't have anything to manipulate, and then they're not able to do the witchcraft that they want to do. And that's why a lot of people get frustrated when you don't want to explain yourself, when you don't want to feed into what they're doing, when you don't want to react. Because by not reacting, you guys remove yourself from this Truman Show. These warlocks, these witches, these covens, they're all following some type of script, and they're told if they do this, you're gonna do that. And when you guys vibrate at a certain level, you don't let that stuff affect you. It's like you see it, peep it, and then you just like you're like, all right, just don't react to it. What's up, Ja? What's good? But that first witchcraft tactic they're gonna do. Oh, and before, as I said, it's the manipulation of energy. So once again, if people are manipulating you, that's them doing witchcraft on you. And one thing they're gonna do a lot on you guys is plausible deniability. If you guys know what plausible deniability is, put YNA in the chats. YNA. Plausible deniability will have you feeling like you're going crazy. You'll be thinking to yourself, like, is it this? Is it not? Plausible deniability is them having some type of alibi. Is for them to like do something. It's like they throw a stone at you, but like they hide their hand. And when you guys have these spiritual gifts, like you'll be able to see it, you'll be able to feel it, but you guys got to be very comfortable in your gifts, and you got to trust what you are seeing. Because if you don't trust it, they're going to be able to do this stuff to you, plausible deniability, gaslight you guys. You guys are going to believe it, allow yourself to stay within their energy. And trust, if you see it and like you call it out, and then they're like, oh, and they lied to you and gaslight you and you believe it, you would think to yourself that that warlock or witch is going to be like, oh, you know what? They're a little bit more perceptive. I should stop doing what I'm doing. But this is a Truman Show, guys. Like, you can call people out and they just start doubling down on the things that they are doing. And that's why when you guys were growing up, you guys would try to explain yourselves to these demons, try to come to a common ground. And it was like talking in circles, like you were never getting anywhere with these people. And they will continue doing the same things over and over. Them saying they're going to change and they don't change, that's a manipulation tactic within itself. Because a lot of these people know that no matter what they do to you, no matter what witchcraft spell they run, that you're not going to be able to like walk away from them. And that's why, like, when we were getting older, if you guys are light workers, chosen ones, and star seeds, we had the hardest lives in the beginning because we had to learn this stuff from like a early age. I know a lot of us got born into narcissistic family systems, and we would think to ourselves, like, why did this have to happen to us? But honestly, you guys getting born into a narcissistic family system, for one, you signed up for that. And then two, it probably didn't feel like it in the moment, but you being in that family system, that made you a spiritual warrior because now you're able to see things that other people aren't able to see. And that's why you guys be feeling to yourself like, I had no one I could talk to about this. No one that. That's because the a large percentage of the world is under witchcraft. You're one of the few people that was able to make it out. So real fast, W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat. If you guys were able to make it out, you were one of the few people to do it. Because if you look outside, there's a matrix out there. And once again, witchcraft is a manipulation of energy. So that matrix out there, that's a witchcraft spell within itself. That has people manipulate to follow a system and thinking that they have to go work a 9 to 5. They got to go get the family, the American dream, the dog, the car. And they feel like if they don't do that, that they're going to be depressed. Come to find out, a lot of people that do that, they follow what the matrix tells them to do. And then they still find themselves depressed at the end of their life and thinking to themselves, like, I did everything I was supposed to do. Why am I still depressed? Why am I not fulfilled? Because they were under a witchcraft spell and they didn't even know. And that witchcraft spell doesn't just mean that they follow a system. That witchcraft spell also means that they have to protect the same system that is keeping them enslaved. If you guys try to wake up anyone that is under a witchcraft spell, they're going to start attacking you immediately. And it's not even just like the Matrix. Anyone that is like under mind control or is under some type of spell, you try to wake them up, now you're the enemy. Like, what's something else we have on here? Love spells. If you have a friend that's under a love spell and is in a relationship with a demon, you're going to think to yourself like, "Oh, let me go save my friend. They would do the same to me." And you think it's going to go away, you think it's going to go. That's not It's not going to go that way. You can have a relationship of like, you can have a friendship of 10 years. They could be dating a warlock for like 2 months. And you try to tell them, like, hey, look, I don't think that person is like for you. You come as like respectful as possible. As soon as you try to wake them up, they start attacking you. You're talking to someone that's under witchcraft, that's under like mind control. And that's why it sucks. But for some people, you have to kind of just plant a seed. When it comes to people that's under witchcraft, just plant seeds. Never underestimate how the potential of planting a seed because one day when they start waking up, they'll start remembering what you were telling them. But back to the whole plausible deniability, these people will attack you and then make you feel like you're crazy if you kind of try to call it out or whatnot. So I know it's going to feel isolating, guys, but you guys have to kind of see things and you just got to keep it to yourself. And that's why for a lot of us, we just play dumb. When these demons start operating under plausible deniability, and they act like they don't know what's going on. One thing about these demons is how you backfire that spell is like you kind of do what they're doing to you. But the difference is the intention. Because when you guys play dumb to protect yourself from this BS that is out there. When they play dumb, they're doing that so they can operate in secrecy to try to get you under some type of witchcraft spell. Trust that these demons know what they're doing, guys. Don't get to the point where you're like, well, I don't think they meant it in that way. I don't think they tried to do it like that. Hey, look, everyone in here, even unawakened people, everyone has some type of discernment. If you're feeling like something is off, you might not know exactly what they are doing, but trust that they are doing something. And that's why for a lot of you guys, when they start doing the weird stuff that they start doing, you guys start to become detectives and you guys start putting stuff together, trying to figure stuff out. And when you truly have discernment, you'll be able to break this stuff down every single time. And that's why warlocks, narcs, people that operate within witchcraft, they are going to hate you guys because they don't like to be seen. They don't like people knowing what they're doing. Some of these demons, it's new levels, new devils. Some of them you can play dumb, like you'll be able to get away with it. Some of them, they know who you are. It's like the weird thing. You can be like the person that's minding their business. You don't say anything. You're at the job site. You try to stay to yourself. They can feel your energy radiating off of you. You guys don't know it because you guys are like in your bodies the whole time, but you guys have this aura about you and it draws other people in. It draws people of a similar frequency. They're like, oh, finally, someone like me. And that barely happens. Your aura just attracts people that just want to like mess with you for no type of reason. And some of these narcissistic demons, when they have everyone else under a glamour spell, when they have everyone else under their manipulation, they're going to like feel your energy out. And as soon as they know you're not pretending to be someone, that's when you're going to become a target to these warlocks. Because once again, I don't want to give people psychosis in the chat, but it has to be said. If you guys are new on this journey, you're probably starting to see right now that the world is a stage. A majority of people are pretending. They're just like acting. It's just like acting skills. And the thing about you guys is you guys aren't pretending. You guys are who you say that you are. And because of that, I hate to say, guys, there's some people out there that you being authentic, that just triggers some people. Like some people treat this life like there's real life supervillains out there. They see you being authentic, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you down," and you be thinking like, "What did I do? You're not pretending like us," and you're like, "So?" Because remember, you guys are here on a spiritual warfare. You guys are probably gentle souls, but you guys are on the front lines of this war. We were put down here to help with this war. I don't know why there's not more of us. I can't figure that one out. I think we need more people, but I'm gonna just trust in the plan. I don't know why we're all kind of just spread out. I know the meaning, like we're spread out to help raise the vibration of the planet, but I'm like, yo, we need more people down here. But that's why we got to do our part and just wake up other people so we can get on the same page and we can just start turning the tides because this is a narcissistic society. People are told that the more narcissistic you are, that the more you're going to succeed in society. Anyone that's on top of the matrix, like the billionaires and millionaires, they had to do something demonic to get up there because that's what's glamorized in society. And that's why a lot of these people are going to feel like you guys are weak. They're going to take your kindness for weakness because they're going to think that if you're not operating within witchcraft, if you're not narcissistic, they think that you're going to be someone that can be easily manipulated. And that's why you guys got to shut down these demons immediately. When they start targeting you and start doing all this stuff that they be doing, as we talked about in the last stream, you just guys just got to ignore this stuff, set boundaries, not let them get a reaction out of you. Because another witchcraft tactic that these demons are going to do, and that's the second one on this list, they're going to do this thing called reactive abuse. If you guys know what reactive abuse is, drop ones in the chat. Everyone, thank you guys for popping in today. You're not alone. Shoot me a follow. I talk about spiritual warfare every night. Today, we're breaking down these warlocks, exposing them, their tactics. I got reactive abuse on here today because I can feel like a lot of you guys are currently going through it. Remember, if people are manipulating you, that is witchcraft. If people, reactive abuse is when people keep poking at you, poking at you, poking at you, because these people want you to react. Because when you react to whatever someone is doing, we all got this thing called a solar plexus. And in order for these warlocks to drain you, because at the end of the day, it's all about energy. And if you can read the minds of these warlocks and these narcs, these people are depressed. These people are going through it. Remember, the world is a stage. You guys got to be able to see through this stuff. When you got a warlock out there, a narc that's like smiling, looks like they're the happiest person in the world, they are going through it because they can't solve their demons. And what they got to do, they got to find people of the light, attach that cord so they can start siphoning you guys. And the different ways they'll siphon you is some of the things I put here on the list. But ultimately, all they're trying to get is your energy. And that reactive abuse is a tactic for them to get your energy. Because the moment you react to whatever they're doing, they're going to start laughing on the inside. Yes, because they're going to feel good because in that moment, they were able to get your energy. And then you're going to feel drained. You're like, damn, like, why did they do that? And reactive abuse is another way people can like destiny swap with you as well. Because I'm going to tell you guys this one thing. If people keep poking at you, poking at you, and poking at you, it doesn't matter how long you ignored this person. You could ignore this person for a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years. You react that one time, it is no longer about what that person did to you. It's your reaction. And now you become that person in that situation and they become you. They flip it on you. And that's a Darvo tactic, another witchcraft tactic. Darvo is just them trying to take your spot, guys. Everyone that's in here, if you guys are listening to me and trying to and figuring this stuff out, don't let no narcissist make you feel like you're the narcissist. Don't make no warlock make you feel like you're a warlock. One thing about these demons, they're not self-reflecting. The reason they're narcissists is because they've ignored that self-reflection for such a long period of time. And now they're really far gone. And now these narcs got to create a delusional type of reality in order to justify the things that they believe. Because if they face who they were as a person, they will go insane, more insane than they currently are. And that's why you guys, people that are like of light, you guys are very bright. So when you come around a demon, you spot the light on them and they don't like that light at all. And you guys aren't even trying to do it on purpose. Doing this, holding up a mirror to a demon is like one of like the worst things that could happen to them because they don't like people seeing them for who they are. They got everyone under the glamour spell. They got everyone like convinced they're this good person. And they be having the time of their life. They love manipulating people. And that's something you guys was never able to get. Because if you guys ever got to manipulate somebody or play this like little weird game that people are playing, you guys feel horrible afterwards. You think to yourself, like, people are doing this like every day. And not only are they doing it, they're enjoying it. But they love to manipulate people. And when they're able to get people under their control, when that witchcraft spell works, they be having the time of their life. They be laughing. They're like, oh man, that person was so dumb. These people have sold their souls. They don't want connection. It's all about control. Some people always ask me, does a narcissist ever get their karma? The fact that they can never connect with anybody, the fact that every relationship they have has to be some type of control tactic, that's karma within itself. They're not living a regular life on earth. That sounds like a hell on earth to me. And heaven and hell, in my opinion, is a state of consciousness. And when you're dealing with a narc, they're in the depths of hell. Every day they wake up, it's just like negativity, everything's bad, this and that. And they got to go find the people of the light to drain you guys. And like I said, when you guys hold that mirror up to them, they're not doing the work on themselves. They've been ignoring that shadow work for a long period of time. So when you hold that mirror up, they're like, stop, stop, get the mirror away, get the mirror away. And once again, you guys aren't doing these things on purpose. I just dropped a video on TikTok of saying that you guys are realizing you have a gift of the fact that you guys expose fake and performative people without even trying because you guys are just genuinely curious people. When you guys be having conversations with people, you guys just be asking like just genuine questions. And you guys are very deep thinkers. But what you don't know is you guys will probably ask a question and it kind of like will expose their mask a little bit. And as soon as they feel that, they will get like offended, like, why did you just ask me that? Da, 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 da. And then you're like, yo, what the hell is happening right now? Because you can only go as far as people has met themselves. If you're dealing with a narc, they're not those that deep of a thinker. There's this like little like there's this level that you can go with them. And then us, like we're just like casual speakers. We just be having regular conversations. Like, yeah, da 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 da. They start getting triggered, start attacking. You're like, what is going on right now? Because performative people, fake people, narcs, they have to have that facade. And you might ask a question that's gonna expose them. And once again, they don't like that mirror being held up to them. And that's why a lot of you guys be finding yourselves in boss battles with these warlocks. And you be thinking to yourself, like, what did I do? And that's why a lot of you guys just stop talking to people because, like, the situations you have found yourself in has been these small little misunderstandings blown out of proportion. You trigger someone, and it's not like you just trigger somebody. They'll be like, oh, damn, you triggered me. Ah, okay, we're good though. We're good. We're good. Some of these demons, you triggered them one time. Now you got an enemy for the rest of your life. Because remember, these narcs, they have everyone in a glamour spell, them seeing them as like a good person. They're in a kingdom, like, yo, this is amazing. I got flying monkeys. I got people that don't see it. Reality can be whatever I want it to be. And then you guys come in, they're like, damn. Because even though it's only 5% of us guys, we all go on assignments like every day. You guys be thinking all this stuff is random and it's a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Well, first of all, I don't even believe in a coincidence. I believe in divine timing. And anywhere you guys go, sometimes you guys go there to expose people. Because in the spiritual warfare, it's your job to expose what these demons are doing. Because the ones that are less capable, the ones that haven't tapped into their gifts yet, those demons are probably out there like traumatizing these individuals, making them cry, manipulating, but they don't have the knowledge that you guys have. You guys be thinking you're confused. Imagine people that don't have this knowledge. There's some people that haven't tapped into the narcissist knowledge yet, the warlock knowledge. There's someone in a relationship right now, the person keeps cheating on them. The warlock just keeps like saying like, "Oh, that like some manipulation tactic." They're in the depths of hell. And it's your guys' job, not even like by like your like a conscious design, but you guys come in, you expose like these illusions and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of these warlocks don't like you. And they have their methods to fight back with what you guys are doing. And that's what Darvo is going to come in with. Darvo is going to be them trying to put those accusations on you guys. You guys hold up the mirror. You probably didn't even try to do that. As soon as you do that, now they got to take control of the narrative. Now they got to take control of the story. Because remember, with the narcs, it's all about a control thing. And if you guys expose them and then people are seeing who they are, they're trying to get that control back by any means possible. And now here come the lies. Here come them telling them that you're the narcissist, you're doing this. And you be looking at them like, what's happening right now? Because these accusations that they make on you is not no random accusations. They constantly try to destiny swap with you. They're trying to take your position. So they'll start pretending to be you and they're gonna try to like alter the story to make you in that situation. And they're gonna tell other people so people start looking at you. You're like, I never did any of that. Because Darvo stands for deflect, attack, reverse. Then they victimize themselves and they make you the offender. So when it comes to the reactive abuse, when it comes to them calling you a narc, you guys cannot listen to it. You guys got to ignore these things when it happens to you. And we were forged in the fire. We had to learn this the hard way. I didn't have a live like this. I wasn't watching these type of videos. I was like in the shadow realm for a long time trying to figure this stuff out. I was so far under these spells that a narc will call me a narc and I'll start questioning myself like, man, is this true? I'll be on Google like, what's the signs of a narcissist? Got me like going through an identity crisis. These narcs come into your lives, guys, to put you into confusion. If you guys start questioning yourself, you're like, are they this? Are they that? I don't know. That witchcraft is doing a number on you guys. And when that starts to happen, you guys got to find ways to boost back up your frequency, gain more knowledge. If you guys truly love yourself, you're not going to believe the opinions of other people. And that's why, for a lot of us light workers, we had to go on a journey to love ourselves. Because if you don't love yourself, this witchcraft is going to be taking you guys out. When you go out there into the wild, people are going to put so many different accusations on you guys. This is a very weird reality. People just lie to lie. Like a lot of people just gave up a long time ago. And a lot of delusional people are out there like reality can be whatever I want it to be. And you're like, I don't want to play no parts. And then if you don't play the game, they get offended. They're like, what do you mean you're not going to play the game? Like, for example, you know, when you guys go to a 9 to 5 and you're like, I just want to go in there, work, and go home. You would think to yourself, if you just do that, you won't run into any issues. Like, if you don't talk to nobody and just mind your business, you'll be straight. In this matrix, in this spiritual warfare, guys, that just puts more of a target on your back. These demons are very delusional. You stay to yourself, you just do your job, they'll literally think, how dare you? And now they're going to try to reel you into some type of drama. They'll come around you, try to gossip about someone to like get you to like be the negative person. And then whatever you said, they'll take that, go talk to someone else about it. And now you find yourself in drama. You guys got to be aware at all times when you're out there. Like these people are doing some very weird things and they maintain plausible deniability. Because what they're trying to do at the end of the day in this spiritual warfare, they're trying to drive you guys crazy and they're trying to make you crash out. They're trying to make you doubt who you are as a person. And they're trying to make you be at the house like, man, am I crazy? I don't know if I'm seeing this right. If you guys are in this live, you guys unlock your spiritual gifts. Like you guys are very powerful people. Just use your gifts. But at the same time, you guys are nice, genuine, kind. So you guys want to give people the benefit of the doubt. If you know someone is a demon, stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Giving the benefit of the doubt to the wrong person can literally take you out. Like it's actually like is that serious. People start doing demonic stuff and they start maintaining plausible deniability. You got to be able to see these things and just cut them off like right there. If you guys are starting to think to yourself like, well, that's me and this and that, you got to go through it. You got to go through it. Everyone in the chat that's here right now, they can tell you the stories. We're all on that same frequency. We tried giving people the benefit of the doubt. It was our family members, it was our friends, it was someone we we're in a relationship with, and we got thrusted into the shadow realm. We thought God abandoned us. We thought like, damn, this is horrible. Some of us like gave the wrong person the benefit of the doubt and we found ourselves in rock bottom. You probably hear about rock bottom from like other people. You probably see people in the movies that hit rock bottom. You're like, that's crazy. I feel for them, but that can never be me. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, if you stick around a demon for too long, you'll find yourselves in situations you never thought possible. Because when I hit my rock bottom, I didn't even know this was like I could really experience something like this. And then the witchcraft that these people will put you under is so strong that it will just keep getting worse and worse and worse until you had no choice but to turn to God, but to go spiritual, but to try to like start believing in yourself and start figuring this stuff out. Because a lot of you guys are gonna ask yourselves, like, man, why aren't people seeing the things that they're doing? It's so obvious, this and that. Hey, once upon a time, it was not obvious to you guys. If you guys are a light worker like me, I say this all the time in my streams. It took me a long time to figure this stuff out. And plausible deniability, that's like a level one tactic. And that was getting me all the time. Because I just thought everyone was like being truthful out here. I just thought everyone was being genuine. And I felt guilty if I felt like they were doing something. I would open up. I'm like, hey, I think you're doing this. Is it that? They'll be like, no, what are you talking about? You're crazy. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. And if they said it, I automatically believe them. I'm like, why would people lie? Come to find out that they were doing that and it was way worse than I could have even like anticipated. And that's why people like us, we get blessed with these gifts because a lot of these people, you can't believe what you're seeing. Some of these demons will take these lies to the grave. Like it's very crazy. Like if you can have the proof, you can have the text messages, you can have video proof or whatever they did, they'll still lie to you. Like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why some of these people, you gotta see what's going on and like you gotta be like, oh, that's a demon. Okay. And just cut them off. Yeah, it's gonna hurt because a lot of these times we gotta mourn who we thought they were, but mourn who they you thought they were by yourself, like in silence. Because what is currently in front of you is a demonic person. And if you give access to a demonic person for too long, you're gonna get a very nasty individual. Because a lot of us can attest to this. Like you give a narcissist, a warlock, access for you for too long when you were supposed to bang cut them off, they might start stalking you. Ascent advisor. Thank you. Thank you. Remember, it's all an energy thing. Like they're trying to manipulate you, because as they're manipulating you, they have that cord on you. They're taking the energy, they're taking the energy. You guys got to understand, as a light worker, everyone's going to make you feel like you're the issue. Everyone's going to make you feel like you're like the worst person walking on planet Earth. But in all actuality, your energy is like a gold mine. And these demons want it so bad, even though they make you feel like you're the issue, you're bad, this and that. But then as soon as you walk away from them, they start like, oh, what happened? And I gotta stalk them. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You can literally like see these demons do what they do, and you're like, hey, you know what? No hard feelings. You're a very weird person, but it's cool. I'm not gonna like argue with you. I'm not gonna kick and scream. You go be weird over there. I'm gonna go live my life. People will do you wrong, and then when you walk away, they gotta like watch you for life. And that's a very confusing thing because if you guys don't like somebody, you're just like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna watch you. Like, I don't like you. Cause let's keep it real. We're human beings. We're not gonna like everybody that is out there. But you guys dislike people in a healthy way. You're just like, all right, I don't like you. So I'm just like, you're not gonna be in my reality. These demons, they dislike you and they want to get closer to you. That's the confusing part. They put on a mask, they pretend to be something they're not. They're there telling you, like, hey, I love you, you're good at this, you're doing that. Whole time they hate your guts. As soon as like they turn around, they're talking about you to other people, this and that. And once again, for a lot of us, it took us a minute to figure that stuff out because we're like, nah, nah, nah. Sometimes other people be seeing it, but you be under that spell. Some people be like, I don't think that person likes you, or I think that person's jealous of you. You're like, nah, they're cool. Because you guys thought that they had to say this stuff out loud for it to be reality. I'm gonna let you know it's very rare you're gonna have someone come out and just say, I'm jealous of you, so I'm gonna do this. It's very rare for you to say that I hate that, like I'm a hater. I hate you, so I'm gonna get close, so you do this. A lot of this stuff, you gotta see it. And it's gonna be isolating because if you don't have anyone that has walked this path, they're gonna think you're tripping. This plausible deniability stuff, the people in the matrix can't see what they're doing. You guys have learned not to open up, but let's say you do open up to like what someone is doing to you. For example, that one of those plausible deniability spells that's like over the matrix is that family can do you no wrong. Your family members is doing like sneaky stuff on the side, but if you told somebody else, they had that title for like the plausible deniability. You're like, hey, I think my mom just like you told your friend, like, I think my mom stole like $100 from me. Plausible deniability starts kicking in. Was like, that's your mom. You sure? Nah, I don't think so. You guys can't open up to people that like really haven't been in this journey because those people are gonna make you feel like you're crazy. You don't know what you're seeing. You're thinking too deeply in it. How many of you guys like guys had your discernment piece things together? Where you went in Sherlock Holmes mode, you pieced this whole thing together. You told somebody else, they made you feel like you were tripping. You're like, you know what? Maybe I was tripping. Just to have it actually be that verbatim, drop ones in the chat if that's been your experience. That happens enough, you just stop talking to people. You're like, all right, look, I'm a lone wolf out here. I see what things going on. People aren't going to believe me, and they got to find out the hard way. Because just like we said in the last stream, guys, your discernment is for you and you only. You start trying to explain this stuff out loud. Like you get this information right now, and you know about Darvo, and you know that a narc will do reactive abuse. They'll try to make you the narcissist. If you see that happen in real life, you cannot explain that stuff to other people. I hate to say this, guys, but if you guys are on this frequency and you guys are understanding what I'm talking about, you guys now speak a whole different language than a majority of people in the matrix. You tell someone like, hey, they're the narc. That's why they're accusing me. They're doing deflect, attack, reverse. They're going to write you off immediately. And it's always the person that explains themselves the most is the one that looks the most guilty. Even though you're seeing it as it play out, you're seeing everything verbatim. They're going to think you're the one lying, you're the one making up things, and you're going to be feeling frustrated. And that's why that reactive abuse is so dangerous because you guys be justified for how you reacting. But as soon as you like react to what a narcissist is doing, they start playing the innocent act. They start playing the innocent act, throw up that glamour spell, and see who will fall for the bait. And you're seeing this person for like in real time, and they're like having the time of their life because they know they were able to get you out of character. That's why you guys cannot react to this stuff. Like you guys just have to like really accept that there are some crazy and demonic people out there. When you guys were running into a lot of trouble is when you thought that everyone was like a regular person. You thought everyone was thinking like you. And then when they did the demonic thing, you're like, why is this happening? Why? Hey," and trying to like talk to them, whatnot. Now that you guys know spiritual warfare is a thing and there's some demonic people out there, you guys shouldn't be confused when said thing happens. You guys got to train yourself. Like when people start tripping, when the warlocks start getting to the witching and start getting to the witchcraft, you gotta be like, oh, that's a warlock, or like that's a narc, and you could be like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. If you can do that early on, you won't run into all these different issues. Once again, you guys' energy is like a gold mine. So the reason you start running into this very demonic stuff is because you gave them access for way too long. And while you're giving access to a warlock, you think they're connecting with you. They're probably just collecting data on you. Witchcraft, manipulation of energy. If they're able to get info on you, if they're able to figure you out, they're able to do like more like witchcraft spells on you, smear your name even more. That's why you guys, if you guys are going to be opening up to people and dating people at this point in your journey, this has to be like an interview process. You guys got to be strict. Like, if you even sense that they can be like some envious, jealous, narcissist, destiny swapper, hey, I'm not a judgmental person. I wish you the best. I'm gonna go this way. I hope you figure that out. It's when you guys don't do the vetting process. You're like, I haven't talked to anyone in a minute. I think they're cool. I think they're cool. You start ignoring the red flags. Hey, when they start doing that, when they start implementing the humiliation rituals, start doing the witchcraft, start trying to embarrass you, we all get the signs like in the beginning. Like if you have discernment, those signs are gonna be there. That weird person that did that very weird thing to you, they probably did like three small things right beforehand before they did the ultimate weird behavior. And then you keep these demons around you long enough, trying to get away from them afterwards. As soon as you cut them off, they go straight to witchcraft. Because one thing about these demons is when they can no longer control you, when that witchcraft no longer works on you, you would think that would be over. You think they would be like, oh, you know what? They wised up. The witchcraft no longer works. You're good. I'm proud of you. Go live your life. You're good. Nah, they're like, who do you think you are? And now they're going to go put witchcraft on the weaker people and get a little boy band together, girl band. And now they're going to go after you because their logic is the more energy they have, the more they're able to like antagonize you and the more they're going to be able to like traumatize you because they're like, oh, I can't control you. All right, let's put a team together. Someone said a coven. That's exactly what it is. They start putting you in the group chat. People that get together to gossip about an individual. Also, by the way, we have moved on to that next topic right here, but gossiping is witchcraft, guys. You guys probably don't like doing that stuff, but these witches and warlocks, they love gossiping. That's like their favorite thing to do. And it sucks too because like some witches and warlocks, like you'll be around them, they'll be gossiping, and you would think to yourself, like, I don't want to gossip. I'm good. I'm good. And then once again, they'll be thinking, how dare you? How dare you not want to gossip? Because they're gonna start thinking, like, oh, you think you're better than us? They're gonna try to force you to gossip. And then if you don't want to be a part of the coven, because right there in that moment, that's like them trying to recruit you to a coven. People trying to recruit you to a coven, guys, isn't like a surface level thing of them being like, hey, I want to form a coven. Do you want to join? Now they're gonna do weird stuff to try to get you in there by initiation. And a lot of times, if you're not gonna be in there, they're gonna start gossiping about you. And the weird thing about these witches and warlocks too is there's not really no honor among thieves. There's not really honor amongst their covens and stuff like that. Because people that gossip about other individuals, they be gossiping about those people as well when they're not around them. A lot of times when people like how I was talking about earlier, where you walk away from the narcissist or the warlock, and they're like, oh, I can't control you. I'm gonna do witchcraft on other people. A lot of times they start bringing people together that like they didn't like beforehand. You probably have noticed that these witches and warlocks, they all gossiped about each other to you, but you're not a gossiper, so you just keep all this stuff to yourself. And you be wondering like why you guys don't even like each other. And you walk away from the narcissist, they're like, yo, we gotta put the Justice League together, or we gotta put the Avengers together to go against you. And that's why they start like forming people together, telling them like, hey, we got a mission. That person out there, they're a witch, a warlock, and we got to do God's gift by trying to get rid of them. And you be seeing these people like form from a distance, and you be thinking to yourself, like, I'm not even doing anything. A lot of you guys just be staying in the house. You guys go out when you have to come home. Whole time you got people out there, like you keep them up late at night. They put you in a group chat. They start gossiping about you. That's also worship at the end of the day. Like if you guys have some coven that did like a group chat on you guys and they're talking about you, they're worshiping you guys, and you guys got to learn how to alchemize that energy. If you guys don't know how to alchemize that energy, you're gonna be in for a bad time. And that's exactly what they want to happen. Because what they want to do is they want to all gossip about you through these witchcraft spells, and they want you to think to yourself, like, why are they gossiping about me? This is horrible. Stop talking about me. And I can only say that because I have to go through it. And a lot of us had to go through that as well. I didn't know this stuff existed. So I'm like, why are you guys talking about me? We were once friends. You know that's not true. And they were having the time of their life. They're like, this is exactly what they want to happen. See you guys start crashing out. See you guys start trying to explain yourself. The more you explain yourself, the more witchcraft they can start smearing and smearing and smearing. Now, when you guys understand this stuff, you guys see it. And once again, we're in a Truman show. So they all start doing the same thing. The same thing. If you don't feed into it and you see them start like gossiping about you and doing this and that, you guys got to alchemize that energy. When people do that on me, I feel honored. Thank you. Because you guys are showing me that you guys need all these people to go against me. That shows I'm doing something right. So thank you for like the checkpoint. And also, if that happens to you guys, that means you guys are about to have a breakthrough. So when it starts to happen, you gotta just start being happy. Like, yo, this is amazing. All right. I'm about to get some more money. I'm about to get some more followers. I'm about to get a new apartment. This is amazing. But if you guys are in the beginning of the journey, you're like, yo, this is horrible. And then you guys come on here, like, they're doing a smear campaign. It's over. Hey, but I'm not even judging because I was there at one point too. And that's why I'm here to let you guys know that like all this stuff can work out for you guys. They started doing witchcraft on you guys. Like, man, that's just free energy. In this reality, these witches and warlocks are constantly going to manipulate energy and send these energetic attacks your way. If positive energy comes your way, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. The compliments, whatever energy you give me, thank you. They start doing the negative witchcraft, start throwing the smear campaigns, the gossiping. Thank you again. I can alchemize this. This is amazing. Thank you. And that's when you'll start pissing off these witches and warlocks because when they do something to you in the Truman Show, they are told that it's going to have this effect on the person. The people that be putting these groups together, they be wanting to see you guys crash out, cry, be depressed. And that's how they get these other people to come into these groups too. And then when it doesn't have the desired effect, they get pissed off. And they want to put that negative energy on you. Like they're pissed off. They want to put that energy on you. But by that point, you guys are gone. You guys aren't playing games. Like you guys like cut these people off. You guys are in your next timeline. You guys have your backpack. You're like, yo, this is peaceful. Like, damn, those people are draining me. This is amazing. And then you guys left that coven back in a previous timeline. They're pissed off. Now they need a new sacrifice because energy can't be created nor destroyed. And because you didn't let that get to you, because you didn't let the gossiping get to you, you didn't let the smear campaigns get to you. Now they got to find some way to put that hateful energy. And that's when they start turning on each other. They start getting into little fights here and there. They start thinking to themselves, I thought they were my friends, this and that. Hey, if you're in a coven or something and you guys are doing evil things, just know one day it might be you. To anyone that's in a coven right now that's watching me, it might be you one day. Cause if you have a light worker come and like start shaking things up, hey, these witches and warlocks do power test the people that's within that group as well. The one that keeps failing those tests, the person in the group that everyone jokes on, if they're not able to sacrifice the light worker, hey, I'm sorry to tell you, it's gonna be you next. That's why you can't listen to the gossiping that these people are doing, because once again, you're dealing with very delusional people that want to make reality whatever they can. Because when it comes to gossiping, they don't go to rational people. Like they don't go find another light worker and tell them like they did that, they did that. They are smart to the point where they're able to see other people that are delusional, and they go to other delusional people to back up said story on you. Sometimes you be wondering to yourself, like, why do people believe these things about me? Like, this is insane. You can be the person out there that's always smiling, the most bubbly person in the room, the one that's just radiating light. Then a narcissist goes up to somebody's like, that person is the most evil person in the world. And they start believing them. That's witchcraft. That's them trying to like alter the minds of other people to change. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. To change their perception on another individual. And also to let you guys notice as well, a smear campaign isn't always about manipulating other people to go against you. Sometimes these covens is someone that already had an issue with you. And that's why you guys need to have discernment and be like, oh, I know this person doesn't like me. I know that person doesn't like me. Everyone in this chat right now, you guys got to evolve to the point where you're not being surprised. Like, why is that person believing in lies? What's going on? These people give you the signs up front. If someone is so willing to believe said lies about you, that person was always against you. always plotting on you in secret, waiting for waiting for the moment of your downfall. And these witches and warlocks, they get so happy when your downfall starts happening. They start popping the fireworks. You're like, amazing. I always hated that person. And they be thinking that this is going to be your downfall. Like, this is going to be a wrap for you. And then when you bounce back from this stuff, like you always do, they get pissed off again. Chantel, appreciate it. Another thing you guys got to watch out for that is another witchcraft tactic is the triangulation. If you guys know what triangulation is, drop ones in the chat. If you don't, drop twos. They hate your light. Exactly. Appreciate the heart, man. Epidemic. Thank you. Mother Rise Positive, Godfather, Ground is Earth, and your third eye use the law of synchronization to have the world synchronized to you. Hey, appreciate the message. Thank you. Now, remember what I said, guys. This witchcraft is all about control. Triangulation is another method these warlocks are going to do to have control over you. Triangulation is a little bit more trickier to deal with than with gossiping and smear campaigns because this is more like operating within the shadows. One way triangulation, before I go there, I'm going to explain that triangulation is just them pitting like another third party against you. The third party doesn't even know what's going on. But if the warlock is at the top, they're able to pit you against this person. That means they get to be the puppet master and they get to be in control of the dynamic. A lot of times they do that to kind of get the attention off of them. So you probably won't even know what's going on. One way sometimes they use triangulation is when you guys are truly on this journey and you guys are seeing things for as it is, at least in the beginning, you be probably thinking to yourself, like, am I crazy? Am I seeing things the right way? And you're still in the mode of like, you want validation from other people. You want someone to validate what you're seeing because you don't want to just see this. You don't want to just believe what you're seeing. You want proof. And a lot of times when you guys are operating from the light, you got to understand that a lot of these demons, they be in on it. You probably think you're going to have like someone that's on your side, someone that's going to back you up. You guys are triggering a lot of people, and you guys got to be aware that some people that you're triggering, they're still going to give you a good persona, but they're still plotting on you like in secret. So when you start seeing someone else is demonic and someone else is attacking you, you're going to think you can go open up to somebody else, gain some clarity, and probably get someone to empathize with you. Whole time you just went into the narcissist den, the warlock's den. You gave that person energy, and now they go straight to manipulation because that person you probably opened up to, they've been trying to find a way to manipulate you for a minute, and you just gave them the keys. One second. Yeah, you just gave them the keys. So you guys got to be very careful. Don't open up to people you can't trust. I say in this journey, you probably got to have one or two people that you can trust and keep it like that. Because you'll probably open up to that one narcissist and they go straight to like manipulating you in a way to probably make them feel like they're understanding with you, to make you feel like, oh, I didn't see that, but da 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 da. Whole time, as soon as you walk away from that person, they go to that third party that you opened up to and told that person everything you said. And they're gonna manipulate it. That's why you guys can't give these warlocks energy because people are gonna twist what you say like so crazy on this journey. People are going to misinterpret what you say and you're going to think they're doing it accidentally. That is another manipulation tactic. People will purposely misunderstand you to manipulate the energy that you put out there into the world. You probably opened up to that person because you wanted clarity. You wanted to just see if you were seeing things the right way. And now they use it to make it seem like, oh, you're evil, you're gossiping, you're talking about this. And now what you're probably going to see is after that person, the narc told that other person, you notice when you come back, that person's probably starting to attack you even more. And then the narc is looking like the innocent one in that party. And they're smiling, they're laughing behind the scenes. Because once again, when these warlocks, when they complete a spell and they see it do the desired effect, they be having a time of their lives. That's how they get their energy from you guys. You're going at it with this person, and while you're in confusion, that warlock's behind the scenes having the time of their life, getting energized, feeling amped up. But the one thing about you guys is when you have discernment and people start doing these things in secret, you be able to feel it. Like you can feel when the energy shifts. You can feel when people are starting to plot on you in secret. When they start doing these little these meetings on you guys. You guys feel it, but you can never really put your finger on it. Like I feel like they're talking about me. Like what is going on? And once you feel that, it's time to dip. It's time to exit immediately. There's no time to be like, I gotta make sure. Hey, you gotta get out of there immediately. Because once again, if you stay around a narcissist for longer than you should, that can go way worse for you. Because right there, when you start sensing the energy shift with multiple people, that's letting you know a coven is being formed against you. And don't try to, you can try to figure it out later, but in this moment, it's time to get out of there. Something happened. You pissed off someone in the coven. And when I say pissed off, pretty much all you probably did was you were just shining. And that's the scary part about this journey, guys, is if you just be yourself, you're shining, you're winning, that can literally make someone start targeting you from a distance. And for those of you guys that's new on the path, that probably is going to confuse you because you're like, what do you mean? Why is my success going to trigger somebody else? Don't we all want everyone to win? This is a question to the chat. Hey, guys, do you guys think everyone wants everyone to win out there? Do you guys think everyone is just kind of moving like in abundance and just wanting the best for everybody? Maybe you guys, if we had our own little island, and we would be having the time of our lives. And I'm gonna still try to get that to happen in the future. I know it's probably not gonna happen. In our own island, I get up in the day. I will actually go outside. I'll go outside. I'll be saying hi to you guys. We're all just like wanting everyone to succeed. That's a utopia right there. But guys, this is the real world. We are surrounded with these people. And just like the answers you guys put in the chat, people don't want to see you win. Like a lot of people don't want to see you win. A warlock could be watching you from a distance. You start being more happy. You start getting more abundance. That will literally piss them off. They will think to themselves, how dare you? How dare you be happy? How dare you shine? And I know that sounds confusing, but take it from me, take it from the other people in the chat. That's how some people are moving. Some of these warlocks, you can talk to them, they get energized off of your misery. We're in a real life Hunger Games, guys. This is the Squid Games. Some people, they get like, they start jumping up and down. Like, you can literally have somebody that is normally like low energy, just always like angry or something like that. It's like, damn, like every day is something new with these people. But then you come in like you're lethargic, you're feeling like down and stuff like that. They start perking up. They're like, "Hey, what everything good? Everything fine?" And if you open up to them, that's just you giving them your energy. You go to them and tell them like, "Oh, I just got into a car accident." Really? Did you have insurance? Nah, I forgot to pay it. They started having you start seeing a whole different persona in that person. And that's why I be telling you guys gotta like not talk to these people. If you know that is a warlock, you guys gotta gray rock these people. Be silent. Because once again, like if you got the whole point of spiritual warfare is to get you guys in a lower vibe, to be the gatekeepers to stop you from getting to your next timeline. Once you're able to see that stuff, now you'll be able to ignore the dumb things that people do. Someone just asked again, like, what is triangulation? That is just a warlock pitting two people against each other, making a triangle so the warlock could be in control. You got to see this stuff and dip, get out of there. You guys, the block game has to be on point. Cutoff game has to be immaculate. Some of you guys be trying to stick around these warlocks. Like, I've never seen this before. I want to see how weird they can go. I'm not against that because you can get information out of it. But if you guys are gonna do that, know when to leave. Like, know when to leave. That's like a slippery slope. These days, as soon as like I know you're weird, I'm out. Like, I'll probably give you like one more chance, maybe, because like everyone's like weird sometimes. Like that, maybe that was like a one-off thing. But if you have pattern recognition, I see it again, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm packing my bag immediately. I'm like, yo, like it's all good. You got some stuff to work on. Hey, one day probably. But what you're showing me right now is not something I want to be around. Because once people are trying to put you through things you already healed, it's time to get out of there. Like we passed this test already. Sometimes you can see it's probably God like showing you, like, hey, look, this is another situation. I'm about to bless you, but let's see if you pass it. And what would you guys rather get? A blessing, the breakthrough, your new timeline, or be stuck in confusion with the warlock and like you're just like miserable and stuff like that? Because some of you guys be saying, like, oh, that's mean. I can't cut them off. I need it for this. Like, hey, you guys stay stuck down there with them then. Because these warlocks are trying to keep you like in a state of how they're feeling as well. You only met that warlock because you guys was vibrating at a certain frequency. Now that you're rising, that warlock doesn't like that you're leaving the timeline. So they're gonna try to pull you back. Hey, I'm not staying in a timeline. Hey, if someone doesn't want to grow, I'm not gonna be there to try to figure it out with them. Once again, that everyone's life is their own life. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. If you want to stay stuck on that timeline, have that curse, misery, getting cheated on or something, be my guest. But if you want to be a light worker, figure this stuff out, learn the lesson, get that job promotion, get more money, get happiness, hey, it's time. Hey, you got to know when to leave people. And once you got the playbook to the narcissists and warlocks and what they're doing, they all do the same thing. As soon as you start noticing this stuff, you don't even have to be like, is it this, is it that? You start feeling it, it's time to dip. That's why in this journey, guys, practicing the law of detachment is going to help you guys out so much. Attachment is the root of suffering. If you guys can't let go of somebody, you will stay around abuse. Just stick around and have them constantly manipulate you because you want to hold on to nostalgia. You want to hold out hope that they're going to change as a person. And law of detachment doesn't mean you're apathetic. It doesn't mean you're numb. If anything, being practicing the law of detachment means you will enjoy people a lot more because you understand that they'll probably be gone tomorrow. Even the warlocks from my past, even the people that's like done like very demonic stuff from me, I still thank them for the good memories. But you start tripping, you start showing me that you're a threat in my life. I will keep the good memories. I will keep the memories of who you are. But now it's time for me to leave and to go into my next timeline. And that's how you guys got to treat people, situations, environment, especially if you guys are growing very fast. You guys can't get comfortable of the timeline that you're at. And if you guys are people that are like timeline shifting very fast, that means for a lot of you guys got to understand if you're still trying to have a lot of friends, you got to get used to them switching up because you guys are elevating so fast. These warlocks are gatekeepers. You could have met them while you were in the same frequency. They weren't attacking you. But now, right before you're about to leave that frequency, that's when they all start switching up and doing the weird things that people do. And that's why when you guys start awakening, the first thing the people probably around you started doing was humiliation rituals, which is the next thing on the chat that we're going to get into. That is a question I get a lot in my inbox is what is a humiliation ritual? If you guys know what it is, drop ones in the chat. And real fast, just to let you guys know, I am YNA. You're not alone. I talk a lot about spiritual warfare. If you guys are on the TikTok side, shoot me a follow. I go live every night. Also, tap into my one on ones if you guys want clarity, link in bio. And subscribe to my YouTube, where this live will be uploaded as soon as I end. Humiliation rituals. Once again, guys, we are in a spiritual warfare that is designed to keep you away from your purpose. A humiliation ritual is designed to make you not believe in yourself anymore. It's to humiliate you to the point where you just want to give up. And for a lot of you guys, you probably got to that point because when you first awakened, you start getting attacked from left and right. You had hidden warlocks that was like surrounded by you. You had NPCs come for you, sleeper agents, demons teaming up to do a humiliation ritual on you. And for a lot of you guys, that ritual sends you into your rock bottom. Now, you can go two ways when that humiliation ritual happens to you. On the one side, it can happen. You can like be succumb to the energy. You give up whatever you're doing, get depressed. You can't leave your house. That's how you fail that ritual. Now, you pass it by learning whatever lesson you got to learn. Keep pushing, keep doing whatever you are doing. If you're someone that's doing social media, these warlocks don't want you to be on social media, being happy and going towards your purpose. If you're someone that does music, these warlocks don't want you dropping songs. They don't want you dropping the clothes. Whatever you guys do, that humiliation ritual is designed to throw you guys off. And in the beginning, it probably did happen to you guys. For example, I could talk about my journey. If you're doing social media, you're going to have a humiliation ritual done on you at some point. And you got to have thick skin and not let this stuff affect you. Because, like we talked about yesterday, in spiritual warfare, you got to ignore this stuff. If someone starts doing a humiliation ritual on you and you start trying to explain yourself, people try to do humiliation rituals on me on social media so many times. And you guys can see in my content, I never address any of this stuff. Every day, someone's trying to like draw me into some type of drama. Because once, if you guys feed into it, that's an example right there. Like if someone does a humiliation ritual on me, like on social media, and I feed into it, I'm on my stories like, they're doing this to me, I'm gonna do that. Now it's putting attention and energy into that situation. And now you guys are in the chat, like watching these videos, like, what is happening? Da da da. And now you guys are gonna go watch whatever it is and feed more energy into that situation. When you ignore this stuff, hey, they can't do anything to you. These warlocks start scheming, they start planning these humiliation rituals, just like you guys went through in real life. You don't let it determine who you are as a person, because once again, that humiliation ritual is like a Darvo tactic as well. It's designed to manipulate you and make you feel like you're someone that you're not. You guys got to be strong on this journey. Like so much things is going to be thrown at you. And when you're a light worker, you can even beat like, I'm going to stay in the house. I don't want to deal with any of this stuff. It's going to find you because that's who you guys are on this journey. Someone that is put here to expose the warlocks, to disassemble these illusions. But once you pass those humiliation rituals, you always get some type of upgrade. If you don't succumb to the energy, you probably get another spiritual gift. Your discernment's going to get a little bit stronger. You're probably going to make some more money. So nowadays, you can see people try to humiliate you. You got to reframe your thoughts and be like, oh, this is amazing. I'm about to elevate off of this. This is cool. And these humiliation rituals can look like in many different ways. And it's also a spectrum. It can be something that is very brutal. For example, I'm not even gonna say if innocent or guilty. You guys believe what you want to believe. Michael Jackson, that thing he went through, that was a humiliation ritual designed to make him be like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do this music stuff anymore. Me doing this music stuff, it attracts all this BS to me. But when you're able to ignore that stuff and keep it pushing, The real is always going to prevail. And the people that are real and are of a high frequency will be able to see what is going on. In society, there's humiliation rituals being put on people all the time. And you guys go through this stuff like on a micro level scale. Celebrities go through this stuff on a macro level scale. Jesus Christ went through this stuff on a very macro level scale. What Jesus Christ basically went through was the humiliation ritual, smear campaign. And that's why he says in the Bible, hey, if the world hates you, remember it hated me first. Because if the world is able to do a smear campaign and a humiliation ritual on one of the most perfect people on the planet, you guys can get through this stuff as well. Like that's what gets me through these things. Because when you're able to look at it like that, you're like, what reason do we have to complain? Yeah, you had like 5, 10 people making up a lie on you. It can be a lot worse. That's what I always tell myself. And once again, once you alchemize that energy, you guys got to think in the long run, you guys will get blessed. I don't want any of you guys in here, you go through a humiliation ritual and you're like, why are they doing this to me? When you guys start coming into my chats, I want you to say that they're doing this to me and I know I'm about to be blessed. Because remember, your thoughts create your reality. These humiliation ritual, it alters your thoughts to make you more negative so you can manifest more negativity in your life. If you can get to the point where like you go through this stuff and you're able to remain grateful while going through it, that's when you guys will definitely be a threat in this reality. I got myself a gratitude journal. People start attacking me. I start writing in that journal, I'm grateful for the attacks. Thank you for the free energy. You guys keep attacking me. I keep getting more followers. I keep having more stuff to talk about. That's how you alchemize this stuff. So remember, when warlocks start doing these humiliation rituals on you as well, it's never random. These people are always studying you, and these people are always watching you. Once again, it's all about control. You guys want connection, but you probably opened up to someone that you weren't supposed to open up to. And now they're able to use that thing you opened up to manipulate it to start to do some type of humiliation ritual on you. That's why you guys got to be careful. Like, how are you guys meeting people? Like the first day you meet them, you're giving them all your trauma triggers. Like, we got to stop doing that. You just meet somebody, they start asking personal questions. You're like, yeah, I went through this when I was younger. This happened. Da da da. You're giving them ammo. That's like manipulate. That's like energy they can use to further manipulate some type of situation. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna play that perfect character with you, and as soon as you have like a falling out with that person or like a breakup, and they start throwing things in your face, that's when the witchcraft gets started. Designed to make you even more depressed of what you're currently going through. That's why people you open up to, you got to make sure and you got to vet people out. Because one thing I'm gonna say about these warlocks is they tell on themselves all the time. People can't, especially around you guys, they're eventually gonna tell on themselves. And when you guys are growing up or when you guys have discernment, you probably thought like, oh, that was weird. But nah, it wouldn't have been that obvious. When they told you who they were up front, you just gotta pay attention. Sometimes people will literally tell you what they're gonna do to you in the future. If your discernment is very strong, your pattern recognition is tapped in, you can start seeing a Judas from like a mile away. Sometimes people will open up and you'll be like, why did they just tell me that? You be talking to like a warlock and a witch, they'll literally tell you, like, yeah, I just did a witchcraft on someone last week. I just did a love spell. I just manipulated them. As soon as you start hearing stuff like that, it's time to go. It's time to go. Remember what I said earlier? You got one time to do something weird, and that just bypassed weird. Like, what do you mean you just like did witchcraft on someone that you got mad at to like make them do this and that? It's time to go. And our heart chakras are opened up. We're not judgmental people. We don't want to get in the middle of the smoke. We start seeing stuff like that. We'd be like, yo, hey, I'm not going to judge who you are as a person. I don't want to be caught up in this. Because once again, guys, when people are telling you what they're doing to other people, don't think you're the exception. They're opening up to you and they're letting you know possibly if they don't heal or figure out what they got going on, that's what they're gonna do to you in the future. Epidemic, appreciate it. That's why on this journey, and some of you guys have got to this level, those of you guys that haven't got to this level, get to this level, but you get to a point where like you're able to like just see things and cut people off for things they don't even know that you know about. If you guys have gotten to that level, drop ones in the chat. 'Cause sometimes you got to see things and put like an analysis together and be like, all right, if I stay around this person, they're going to do something like this in the future. Or you also be seeing things that they don't even think that you're seeing. Sometimes you could be talking to somebody and they can say that one thing that lets you know this is their last episode in your Truman Show. Like you're talking to them, and then they say that one thing or they reveal something. You're like, oh, this is my last time talking to this person. And these warlocks really need your energy. So like if you cut a warlock off before they were able to implement their like dark plan on you, they're gonna start kicking and screaming. Suvi, appreciate it. Because warlocks, witchcraft, it makes these people sound like very threatening. It makes them sound like very like secure and stuff like that. But you start to realize a warlock is just like an overgrown child. And if you take away something from them when they weren't ready, they start crying. They probably start going to other people, start doing witchcraft on them, telling them that they cut me off for no reason. They did I want my energy. I want my energy. You're like, hey, look, when people start doing that, they confirm that you did the right thing. Because you as a healthy individual, like if you cut off like a healthy person, they're not gonna like become an enemy. Like they're just gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I didn't see what I did. Maybe I should go learn. Maybe I should go heal. And honestly, if they probably did that, they probably have a shot to be back in your life. But a lot of times you cut off people, they have no point to put on that mask anymore. If you were confused if they were like a warlock or not, you cut them off, they take the mask off and throw it in the trash, and now they're going full force to attack you. How many of you guys had that happen? As soon as you cut somebody off, they're in a one-sided beef with you, kicking and screaming. Drop ones in the chat. You'd be like, damn, I didn't even know this person could be like that. They're pulling out all their ultimates, all the stops to try to get that energy back from you. Because once again, they be thinking to themselves, how dare you? How dare you keep your energy? Some of these warlocks, a lot of them are very entitled to your energy. So if you try to protect your energy, they get pissed off and they start to go at all the stops to try to get that energy back from you. And when you cut off the warlock, it's always going to be probably like the same witchcraft tactics that they'll probably do. You saw through a warlock's mask, you saw through their witchcraft. D, appreciate you. Thank you. You saw through their mask. They're probably going to wait like a week or two because at first they probably think you're playing a game. They think that you're probably just trying to get them to chase you. When in reality, you just be done with people. Like, you guys don't play games. When you cut people off, it's for real. It's not a manipulation tactic like these people be doing. So as you're packing your bags, going to your next timeline, you're just like having the time of your life. Like, hey, I finally got away from that gatekeeper. You'll probably get a text if they're not already blocked. And if they are blocked, they'll probably text you from like a text-free number. They'll text you like, hey, look, I changed. I saw the error of my ways. They try to like put the mask back on, even though like you already saw the mask drop. They start being overly nice to try to get you back. But one thing about these warlocks, guys, once you see through a warlock, that glamour spell is gone. It's done. And for those of you guys that don't know what a glamour spell is, that is like the mask. That is this illusion that they are that they're like this like good person, attractive, charming, and all these different things. And then once you see through the mask and break through that glamour spell, they don't even look like the regular person anymore. Someone that was probably attracted to you, now you're looking at them and you're able to see them as the demon that they are. Some of them, they look very scary. Like you're like, yo, like I was really with that person. because now your discernment is on 10 and you're able to see the demon like radiating off of them. And that's why it feels very weird when they start being overly nice or they put back on the mask, because they put on a mask, but you're just able to see this demon and you're like, yo, this is weird. You're like, I see you, right? And they're talking in a demonic voice, like, no, I'm still like, yeah, I know. You're like, get away from me, start spraying them and stuff like that. And after that, they're not gonna stop. They're like, all right, that didn't work. I'm gonna try to find some other way to try to pull you back in, because they gotta attach that cord back to you by any means possible. And if you're not believing the mask, some people, they would, if they can't be your friend or if they can't be in a relationship with you, they will just settle on being your enemy. Some people will purposely make themselves your op to be in your life. And once again, that's when you start seeing the one-sided beefs. Because at that point, you start to see they're very desperate for your energy. Just very desperate. They're like, all right, you know what? If you're not gonna love me, we're gonna be enemies. And you gotta respond to me. I want that energy. Because you took it back from me and you took it when without me even knowing. So now if they're able to be your enemy and you respond to anything they do, we go right back to this level 2 right here. Go right back to the reactive abuse. They're gonna poke at you, poke at you, poke at you. And they're gonna think you don't see what they're doing. But when you guys have discernment, you see everything. But then we go all the way back to level 1. They have to do it in a way where they remain plausible deniability. They'll attack you in a way where, like, if you did call it out, they'll make you look crazy for even calling it out. But then they start to think to themselves, like, they probably don't see it. They probably don't see me attacking. They probably don't see me attacking. You see it. But when they think you don't see it, they're like, let me make it a little bit more obvious. Let me make it a little bit more obvious. And then once you guys respond to it at any time, that energetic is right once again reconnected to you, and they're able to siphon you. They're able to siphon you. Remember, guys, it's all witchcraft, it's all energy. They're trying to get said energy. And if you don't respond to any of this stuff, and I know it'd be annoying because these guys are very persistent. They're willing to do whatever they can to get that energy. But honestly, know you're not alone. Like, everyone drop Y and A's in the chat. For all the people that you're in here, you're seeing, we're talking about this. Everyone that drops Y and A in the chat, we're all going through the same thing. It's just what comes with this path. And I hate to break it to you guys. Spiritual warfare never stops. G stalking never stops. We're never going to get to a point where no one on the planet is weird. We all got to deal with this stuff, and you use the methods that we talk about to defend yourself by ignoring it, by not feeding into it. Let people be in one-sided beast with you. Let them think they're getting away with some things. Like, some people don't deserve your energy, guys. Don't stoop down to some people's level. Because once you learn how this matrix works and once you learn these witchcraft spells, it won't really have the effect on you. Just like how isolation rituals don't have an effect on you as well. If you guys know what isolation rituals are, drop ones in the chat. Nurse, appreciate the follow. If you guys know what isolation rituals is, drop ones in the chat. It's just another ritual that's designed to make you want to give up, to make you depressed, to make you down and out. However, with the humiliation ritual, it's just something designed to humiliate you. Isolation ritual is designed to exclude you, to make you feel isolated, to put you in a mode where you want to chase their validation, chase their energy. And that's why for a lot of us, before like we start really getting into the spiritual warfare, we have to go through certain trials and tribulations to learn these things. So now that in the future, when we're going through it, these things can no longer affect us. Because beforehand, probably when we were younger, these isolation rituals was taking us out. You'd get into it with like a friend or like a family member and they start ignoring you. They start convincing other people to ignore you. And now you feel awkward, you feel alone, you're chasing their validation. You're pretty much chasing them to allow them to manipulate you so you can give them your energy. If that's happened to you guys, drop ones in the chat. Because as human beings, we feel that we need to be a part of something. We don't like feeling excluded. And that's like a human nature trait. So if you guys got to the point where you're no longer affected by that, you had to go through some trauma. You had to see the worst in the people around you for you to be like, yo, I am good by myself. And that's why a lot of us had to hit rock bottom for this stuff to happen. But it took you a minute to get there because you always want to be a part of something. You want to be a part of your family, a part of your friends, having people around you. Then you had that rock bottom and you're in an isolation season. Now, at this point, God kind of puts you in there. Beforehand, it was these demons and it was these warlocks that were doing it to you. But now God is doing it. It's like, yo, like I'm gonna do this like isolation ritual, isolation season, but you're gonna pass it this time. You're gonna learn how to be by yourself. You're gonna learn to not really need other people. And that isolation season that God put you through, now at this point, you learn to be by yourself and you also came out of it with some gifts. You come out of that isolation season, now you can see through this like matrix. You got your clairvoyance, your gift of discernment, psychic abilities. You can see in the future now. Now you're a human lie detector. That isolation season was probably one of the best things that could have ever happened to you. In the beginning, though, you're like, yo, this is horrible. Like, we're gonna keep it real. You just didn't go into isolation season and say, thank you, God. I know this is gonna be amazing. I'm about to get my gifts. They're gonna see. Nah, you were kicking and screaming. Or I don't want to speak for you guys. I was kicking and screaming. I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is horrible. I'm like, can the toxic people come back around me? We're the warlocks. Like, I don't want to be by myself. This is horrible. And that's why for a lot of us, we got to go through that because, like, if we don't, you will be so willing to go back to old toxic people because you're scared to be alone. And I was trying to do it. Like, I'm not even come up here and be like I was the perfect person. I was in my isolation season. I broke that like multiple times. I'm like, nah, I'm going back out there. But then once you see this stuff, you can't unsee it. Once that stuff gets started, you try to like go against it, God will pull you out of it like very fast. Like you thought. You try to like, you think you're gonna be lonely. You're like, I just want to have a talking stage. I want to go back to an old friend. Now you're on the side of like God will like punish you very fast because he wants to keep you on the path less traveled. There's not that many of us out here, guys. Like we can't really be staring off the path. That's why we get our karma like fast. Like you see other people do bad stuff, they kind of get away from for it, but their karma comes a little bit more down the line. We do bad things, hey, the next 10 minutes later, something bad happens to us. And then we think to ourselves, like, why are we held to such a high standard? Why does this keep happening to us? Hey, because you guys got your gifts. You guys passed the humiliation ritual, the isolation ritual. Now you guys are held to a higher standard. And if you choose to do bad, even when you know better, God's gonna slap your hand immediately. But it's not all bad. The fact that you guys are held to a higher standard means that you can't be touched. Touch not my anointed. That's a real thing. You see people touch you, they get their karma very fast. And the thing about these warlocks, you can let them know you're divinely protected. I'm still trying to figure out like what they hear when you say that, but I don't think it registers to those people. Like if you go like you guys are authentic people, you guys mean what you say. So you be thinking to yourself, like if you go out there, you tell a warlock, hey, I'm divinely protected, they'll be like, oh, thanks for telling me. Now I know to leave you alone. They be thinking like that's a challenge, and they be thinking to themselves, like, you think you're divinely protected? I'ma show and that should show you that someone's demonic. Cause like, why is it saying that you're divinely protected? Like, why is that triggering you? Why is that triggering somebody? Like, even like someone that doesn't believe in this stuff, You can tell someone you're I'm divinely protected, or have it in your bio. They'll even if they think you're crazy, like they'll just leave you alone. Like, oh, okay, cool. If you tell someone you're divinely protected and that activates them to try to go to war with you or to try to take you out, that shows you that that person has some type of high level demon in them, and that is not a human being. And honestly, when that happens, they got to figure this stuff out the hard way. And I say figure out lightly because a lot of them don't learn the lesson. A lot of them are so trapped in their ego, they will want to like just see a false reality no matter what. So they'll attack you, get their karma, but they'll try to justify it. Like, that was a coincidence. Once I recover from this, I'm coming back to you. And you be looking at them like, all right, they'll probably learn the second time. They didn't, they didn't learn the second time. You guys probably had some people out there just keep attacking you. You're like, all right, like I don't really know how to teach you the lesson. I could probably put it in my bio, make a video about it. You can probably see it. A lot of these demons, though, they think they're above God or they think they're above karma. And at that point, remember what I said earlier, a free energy. But you guys are empathetic, so you actually be thinking about these warlocks. Like, I hope they learn. Hey, sometimes when people just keep doing the same thing over and over, you just gotta be like, all right, you're gonna reincarnate. It's all good. You'll probably figure out next lifetime. But right now, God is using me as bait to have you attack me. And every time you attack me, I level up. So thank you. But whenever you pass these rituals or pass these attacks, guys, and you guys don't seek out vengeance and you guys stay a pure person, you guys will always elevate. You guys will always boost up. And I'm not saying that like you're gonna be a completely in your spiritual warrior mode and that whatever happens to you, you're gonna be good. You're a human being. So sometimes you are gonna like break a little bit, bend. But the important thing is that you guys are aware. So whenever you guys do get triggered by something, whenever a war like does something and it gets to you, use that as like a learning lesson and ask yourself like, why did that trigger me right now? Like what, like where did that even come from? Because all triggers has a reason for it. And if you're able to find why that triggered you, like someone calls you ugly, hey Rowdy, appreciate it. Someone calls you ugly, you get triggered, like why you sound ugly? Like, wait, why is that affecting me right now? Then you think in your past, like as you were growing up, your dad probably kept calling you ugly. Your thoughts create your reality. So as you got older, or we're not our thoughts, that witchcraft was still on you like when you were older. A lot of us, we have blockages. Those triggers, that was witchcraft that was put on us like when we were young. A lot of us was born in narcissistic family systems where they put a lot of witchcraft on us. And a lot of thoughts that we have present day aren't our thoughts. Generational curses, guys, that is a witchcraft spell that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And I don't know why no one before us tried to figure this stuff out. You guys really got to put that into perspective. You're the first person in your generation to be like, enough. I'm gonna figure this out. And it's been like your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents. They just been doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. A narcissistic father gets with the avoidant mother, or the avoidant father gets with the narcissistic mother. Have a kid. Kid goes out there, does the same thing, passed down generations to generations to generations. For some reason, you guys came here. It started happening. You guys started dating, and you're like, wait, hold up. No, I'm not doing this. And maybe it had to take a little bit longer than the average person. Maybe you had to date a couple narcissists, run into an avoidant, get jumped in a dating game for you to be like, yo, this is a curse. I gotta figure this stuff out. I don't want this to be my whole life. And I don't want to pass this down to my kid. So you guys start going to therapy, you guys start journaling, you guys start going within, you guys start awakening. And the sad part about that is when you guys start being a generational curse breaker, the ones that are like upholding the curse, the witchcraft spell, just like as we were talking about the matrix, that's a witchcraft spell. If you try to wake people up, what's gonna happen? If you're the only generational curse breaker in your family and you're trying to go against that curse, what is going to happen? Your family members are going to start attacking you, scapegoating you, making you feel like you're an issue when you're the only one trying to figure this stuff out. That's why there's not a lot of generational curse breakers out here because who wants to really go through this stuff? But there's something about you guys, something about you guys. You guys choose to endure this stuff. Many are called, few are chosen. Not many people can look at our path and be like, hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Us, that's just how we were wired. That's just our soul. We're like, yo, this sucks. Our family hates us. Society hates us. They villainize us. They do this, they do that. But we're like, I couldn't change if I even wanted to. You guys in the chat, you can never see yourself get to the point where the trauma is so much that you're like, I'm gonna be a warlock. You guys can never get traumatized to the point where like you're like, I'm gonna go evil. If you can't beat them, join them. You guys probably did have a moment like that where you're like, you know what, like this is horrible. Like I renounce this. I'm gonna go do what these people are doing. You probably did one tactic, or you probably was like evil for like 30 seconds. You're like, yo, I'm not doing this. This is horrible. You felt horrible, and you probably it was just a method where like you defended yourself against another warlock, but you're like, nah, this ain't me. This is crazy. Back to the house I go. Whatever they're doing out there in society, I don't want no parts. I tried. Society is not for me. And now you guys are fully locked in to trying to learn what you gotta learn so you can get off this planet. And that's why you guys always felt like an alien walking amongst other people because things that came normal for other individuals, the manipulation, the games, you're like, you can't operate within that. That just feels like just inauthentic. And being the authentic one ends up making you the target, and it's a cycle. But as you learn these things, it gets to you less and less and less. And that's why you got to be like so unbothered in this journey. You got to be so elevated that you see these things and you don't let it affect you. But we're going to get on to the next witchcraft spell on the list. We're going to talk about love spells. If you guys know what these love spells are, drop ones in the chat. If you guys have had people try to do it on you, you know these little tactics, drop those ones in the chat. Everyone that just came in here, you're not alone. I talk a lot about spiritual warfare. That's why these demons hate me. I gotta wake you guys up because when you guys are dismantling these warlocks and these narcs out here, you guys make my life easier. You guys make the world a better place. So thank you to everyone in the chat. If you guys want to watch the stream later, tap into my YouTube link in the bio. And I also do one-on-ones, link in the bio. Thank you for the roses. And yeah, everyone, thank you for the gifts. I be tapping into energy while I'm talking, so try not to break it to say thank you, but I do appreciate it. But yeah, guys, just to let you know right now, if you guys are currently dating, you guys are very brave people. This dating game has people doing a lot of witchcraft out there, a lot of love spells. As we talked about earlier, witchcraft is a manipulation of energy. There's a lot of people traumatized within the dating game, and they think they got to manipulate other people to be under their control. But if you got to manipulate somebody to be with you, that's not a real relationship. You're not truly connecting with that individual. And the bad thing about this is a lot of you guys didn't know that when you went out into the dating game. You thought everyone was being normal. You thought dating was like, I like you like me. We let each other know, get into a relationship, and then we ride off into the sunset. A lot of people you see in a dating game aren't what they seem. It's a lot of people that's traumatized and they're thinking to themselves, like, hey, look, I need to get that person. I need to manipulate them. I want their energy. You got these demons targeting the divine feminines. You got these succubus targeting the divine masculines. A lot of this is like a free for all. Like a lot of people are just traumatized. Some people just want to get with you so they can traumatize you because that's how they get their energy from you. Sassy, appreciate it. Some of these demons want to get with you because they see that you don't date anybody and they're like, oh, you know what? I just want to break that person. Because in the midst of you being traumatized, in the midst of you being broken, some of you guys probably won't believe this, but like I said earlier, for some people, your misery is their entertainment. You be thinking to yourself, like as an empath, if you even see anyone cry, if you even see anyone sad, you feel those emotions. Some people, they see people cry and they smile, they laugh, they feel amazing. We call those people sadists, guys, sadist. How many of you guys ever dealt with a narcissist? Like you see them smiling as like they're traumatizing you. These people was letting us know who they were from the very jump. We just didn't want to believe it because we didn't want to think like demons. That doesn't even sound like a real thing. Or they're smiling at my. I probably didn't see it right. Like, no one would ever do that. Come to find out, that is the case. A lot of these demons take pleasure in you guys being depressed, down and out. Hence the humiliation rituals. So knowing that you guys got to protect yourself in the dating game, and even by you protecting yourself, new levels, new devils, they will start doing things to get you under their control by things such as love spells, people trying to manipulate you to get you. There's a lot of little dating tactics that people will do out there to get you under their control, to make you hooked on them. We talked a little bit about it earlier, but a glamour spell, that is witchcraft, guys. Sometimes you're very attracted to somebody, you don't even know why you're even feeling this. That can be a spell. People love bombing you. That is a spell. Words are spells, guys. If someone is telling you I love you on the first date, warlock, get away from that person. Why are you telling me I love you? If a warlock is telling you I want a baby with you, get away from that person. Texting you that, block that person immediately. But when you guys didn't know this, you thought love bombing just meant that they loved you because you guys took everything at face value. They said I loved you on the first date. You're like, oh, I finally found my person. That was easy. This is amazing. One thing about these demons, guys, they know how to play the part very, very well. They can literally tell you, I love you, cry to you, say, I've been looking for you my whole life. We're going to be together forever. What did we say in the beginning of this stream, guys? What do these warlocks want? What do these warlocks want? Who's going to put it first? TikTok or YouTube? What do these warlocks and what do these demons want from you guys? Who's going to say it first? YouTube got it right. ZZ is the winner. Energy is what they want, guys. Energy is what they want. So when you have a demon saying, I love you, I want to be with you forever, first date, they're having a plan in their head to try to get said energy from you. And not only will they love bomb you, I don't know if you see it below there, but mirroring, someone mirroring you, that's a spell within itself. Because when you guys start getting this information, you guys can have all this information like right here, screenshotting it, screen recording it, having your discernment on 10, frequency high, you're on high alert, just looking around. These demons are also like, okay, what else can we do to get them under our control? They're getting a little bit smarter. So what can we do? Now they're going to do this thing called mirroring because when someone mirrors you, you probably don't know this, but as soon as they mirror you, you just throw discernment out the window. Especially if you guys are really craving a connection, if you guys haven't passed your isolation ritual, if you guys haven't learned to be by yourself and truly accept it, then that longing for a connection, someone has to do is mirror you, and you just throw discernment out the window. You're like, oh, finally, let's do it. And the thing about a warlock is once they have that soul tie that's on you, once you're in a soul tie with the warlock, a lot of these things won't be obvious. You can have all this information that I just talked about, plausible deniability, the gossiping, triangulation, the Darvo. You're in that soul tie. Now it's hard to see these things because all you can really see, like you had the rose colored glasses on. Now you're stuck in limerence. Now you're seeing someone that doesn't exist. Because if you fell in love with somebody that love bombed you and mirrored you, you didn't even fall in love with a real person. You fell in love with an illusion. And that's why it'd be throwing you off when that mask drops off of that warlock. You're like, who is this? What? You're not like that. You're like, maybe they had a long day. Maybe they're stressed out, but they're not like that. But if you weren't in that soul tie, when you had the friend, when you were like dealing with the narcissist stuff like that, the mask drops and you're able to dip immediately. You're like, oh, that person's weird. I got my information. I know this stuff. I'm a dip. But you're in a soul tie. Love is blind. Those phrases be coming from somewhere, guys. A lot of you guys probably saw yourself doing some very crazy things in a relationship that you never expected to do. You're like, why am I acting this way? I'm never like that. You're under a spell and you don't know what you're doing. That soul ties on you. You're acting a way like you're like crazy. And you're like, how do I break out of this? Like your family members and friends, they're trying to tell you, like, I don't think that person's healthy for you. You're like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's when you're very far gone. Remember, a lot of this stuff is spells. Remember, the matrix itself is a macro level witchcraft spell. You try to get someone out the matrix, they'll turn on you immediately. I don't care if that's like a friend of 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, 15 years. You tell an NPC you're in a matrix, you're gonna have a really bad time. That NPC would just start attacking you and stuff like that. And that's what's gonna happen when you're deep in a soul tie with the warlock and your friend tries to get you out of that relationship. You're gonna start fighting that person. Like, what are you talking about? You're jealous. You're only doing this because you don't have what I have. That's why, guys, it's very messy. And that's why I say you gotta vet people like immediately. If someone's saying I love you on first date, I would just cut them off. And that's just me. But some of you guys, sometimes you guys be bored. You're like, I'm gonna do it for the plot. Hey, you only have yourself to blame and what's to come. Because if you vet people like 3 to 6 months, people are gonna tell on themselves like all the time. Like I always be saying, you just gotta pay attention to that stuff. In a relationship with like someone, like you're all right, let's take it slow. If they start getting mad at you, want to take it slow, warlock, get them out of here. Why are you pushing through my boundaries? All right. Someone that like really loves you, that is on your frequency and that wants what's best for you, they're gonna want to make you as comfortable as possible. If you have someone that's being very pushy, they want to get your energy immediately, you're probably dealing with the warlock. So all these love spells, all these little mirroring tactics, I know it's gonna be annoying. You can't really be on autopilot out there. Like this stuff is gonna find you like randomly. And if you're not implementing what you're knowing, you're gonna get got. Hefe, that's your second galaxy. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Remember, these demons are sent on demonic assignment, guys. A lot of people sold their souls a long time ago. They went down the narcissistic route, the warlock route. You got you. You went on a path to try to figure out your soul purpose, to figure out your mission on the planet. The demons, they went this way because of 3D promised them a lot of gain for being narcissistic. It promised them more money, fame, like whatever these narcissists want. But at the same time, they have assignments they got to accomplish to keep their status. And some of these assignments is to come into your life and mess it up to try to convert you to the side of evil with all these little narcissistic tactics that they do. And that's why honey traps is a thing. Don't think that everyone that is sent your way as like in a relationship form or someone that is a potential like talking stage this and that. Don't think that they're all just like someone that is a potential candidate. You get me? Because once again, when you kind of go up the ladder of spirituality, the matrix tells you that it will get easier. But honestly, like the more you go up, the harder it becomes. Because yes, you'll attract people that's on a similar frequency, but it's less of those people and it's more of the bad people. And law of polarity, not only will you attract the people that's of your frequency, but you will also attract a lot of demons that want your light. That's what these warlocks want at the end of the day. Because if they're able to drain you guys of said energy, they can use that energy to manifest more abundance into their life. A warlock's on a low frequency. A warlock is not a happy person if that's the life they chose for themselves. So if a warlock stays to themselves, they're not going to be able to manifest a good reality. But if they get around you guys, they start draining you, they can start manifesting better in their reality. So when it comes to this dating games, you guys have to kind of see the tactics that people use. Thank you, Silence. And as soon as you detect the manipulation, you got to get to a level where you see it and you just start cutting people off and not letting them do what they're going to do. Because a lot of these tactics that they do is to make you feel like you're powerless and put you into a mode to chase them. They pretty much put you into a mode to chase them, to give them your energy. And for a lot of you guys have already got to this level of understanding that you're not chasing anybody. Thank you. Dating does not have to be that hard. If someone's trying to put you in a state of chasing, you be feeling it too. Like, do you really want me to chase you right now? And for a lot of people, they're gonna figure this out very early on. You guys don't chase. They start playing that first game. You guys are out of there. Deuces. And that's why a lot of you guys are gonna give people whiplash. You got whiplash because they're not used to people that can operate like that because they assume that everyone else is playing the game. So sometimes they'll do something to make you chase them. Like they'll do their little witchcraft tactic. What's like some witchcraft tactics? Like they'll do like hot and cold. That's a witchcraft tactic where they purposely give you a bunch of energy, then they withdraw. And now you're feeling to yourself like, did I do something? Huh, huh. And now you're chasing after them. That's witchcraft. Them, what else? Some stuff. They do a lot of stuff with like the phone. If they're somehow putting you in a state of like, you feel like you got to chase them, you're getting anxious, you're chasing validation, like that's them doing witchcraft on you. Silent treatment, gaslighting. One big thing they'll do is like negging. Who knows what negging is? Drop ones in the chat. Which reminds me, I'm gonna make a video on that tomorrow. You guys just reminded me. I'll probably just make it after this live and drop it tonight. Negging, guys, is them trying to humble you, which is weird. Once again, guys, a lot of this stuff is like very confusing because you be thinking like, are you asking for too much? Like, are you not like norm? Like, what is going on here? But in the dating game, a lot of these demons, they think that bullying is like them flirting or something. When that's just them like feeling insecure, and them negging you is them draining your energy. You guys notice someone likes you, you're like, oh, this is cool. But they start attacking you, and you're like, what is happening right now? That's a witchcraft tactic. Like some of these people, they get into relationships, and you'll probably hear them say, like, at the end of the relationship, like you'll tell them, like, you never complimented me, you never did this. They'll tell you, like, oh, I didn't want you to get a big head. You're like, what are you talking about right now? If you're in a relationship, aren't you guys supposed to be on the same team? So why is your relationship partner telling you, like, oh, I didn't want you to get a big head? All right, I gotta get out of here. But once again, these are all like witchcraft tactics to put you in a state of chasing, to make you feel like you're less than. And once again, once you guys elevate from this stuff, you guys go through your isolation rituals. People try to get you to chase, they're gonna like ruin a good thing with you guys. Because you can even tell these demons or like if you a potential partner that, hey, look, I don't play games. I know this is going on out there, but I don't want to operate within that. Everyone you come across isn't a warlock, but some people are just kind of like used to the game as well, and they're still just operating within witchcraft. You can even tell them you're not doing that, but they'll still get nervous or like intimidated. People that get intimidated by you and people that put you on a pedestal are the ones that are doing these things. And they could have really had a real thing with you, but they couldn't really like handle it. So they start self sabotaging. And then you start seeing this stuff. You're like, damn, like I had hope for you. You had a lot of potential. And they be thinking to themselves when they do that one little tactic you're gonna chase, and then when you don't respond that next day or the week after or 2 weeks, they be thinking to themselves like, "Oh, this isn't funny anymore. Like, message me back." Whole time, like I said, you guys are packing your bags. You guys are in your next timeline. You guys are back out there regulating your nervous system, back in the gym, focusing on making money out there in nature. And the whole time they're on their phone. What's up, Paulette? What's good? And the whole time they're on their phone, like they'll come back. They'll come back talking to their friends. Like their friends are gonna ask them, like, "Are where are they? They're good." You're like, "Oh, they're just playing a game with me." You guys aren't playing games. When you guys cut people off because of everything you went through in your past, you're not playing games. This is how you truly feel. So when they realize you're not gonna come back, they're like, "Damn." They start reaching back out to you. They're like, "All right." Like they don't say it verbatim, but in their head, they're like, "Okay, you win. I'll chase you." At that point, you're gone because once you notice someone is playing some type of game with you or they're trying to manipulate you, that's when that mask drops off of them. That glamour spell is over, and you see them for exactly who they are. Remember, I said earlier, it's like the glamour spell is over. Now you're looking at them, you just see this demon with like this like mask on, talking in a deep demonic voice. You're like, yo, like, just get away from it. That's the thing about having these eyes, guys. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Some people, you'll first meet them, that glamour spell is pretty strong. But as I said, they will tell on themselves. It's like the third guy. Hey, it's all of them. Appreciate you. Thank you. Once that glamour spell is gone, man, like you see, like you're like, damn, like how didn't I see this before? And that's why we got to have empathy for people that are still within the matrix, people that don't know about narcissism. When you're seeing all those people, they're looking at that one individual and you're thinking to yourself, like, how isn't anyone able to see that? That's because they're under a glamour spell. Just like with you, when you were dating that person right before the mask dropped, they look like Prince Charming. That's how those people look like to everyone else. You can probably see that within celebrities too. Some celebrities, are straight up demonic, but everyone thinks they're like a really good person. And those glamour spells, one of the things in the glamour spells is if you try to go against it at all, the spell makes those people attack you as well. And you be thinking to yourself, can you not have an opinion? Can you not think for yourself? But to them, they're like, no, because the witchcraft spell puts them in a group way of thinking. And another thing, guys, we gotta be careful when it comes to these warlocks, is they're gonna constantly try to destiny swap with you guys. Remember, if you're a divine feminine, if you're a divine masculine, you have this light about you that a lot of people want from you guys. Some of you guys start attracting these warlocks, these succubus, this incubus, as soon as you guys go celibate. As soon as you go celibate, you become a target like within this matrix. You start vibrating very high and you have something that these warlocks want. If you guys are celibate, put the amount of years or months or days that you guys are celibate down in the chat. And how I know a lot of you guys are celibate is because you guys didn't find me for no reason. If you guys found this chat today, that means that we are on the same frequency. So that means we're doing something the same, like behind the scenes. And what I'm noticing is a lot of you guys are just celibate in the chat. And that's why we see the things that we see. And that's why a lot of society doesn't relate to us. Someone said 12 hours. Wait. Back to serious, serious. Someone said 12 years, 6 years, 3.5, 2 years, almost 2 years after 5 years. I see you. But being celibate is something that's been building your energy up. And not only just being celibate, the other high vibrational things you guys do on the side. If you guys are in nature, if you guys are eating fruit, changing up your diet, reading, watching the right videos, that makes your frequency go up, 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 up. And now these low vibrational people, the warlocks, are looking at you like they want that for themselves. And if you guys let a warlock stay around you, long enough, then you start coming down, they start going up. Remember, your thoughts create your reality, your thoughts, your frequency, your energy. Whatever reality you currently have right now, your phone, the people that's in your reality, me, your car, your money, your job, that was manifested or you prayed for that and got it from God because of like the things you were doing. You let the wrong person in your life long enough, they can ruin what you got going on. And that's what these warlocks do. Because some warlocks will be a gatekeeper to your next timeline, but there's some warlocks that come into your life to pull you down into whatever hell that they are in. And that is a destiny swap. Energy vampires that want to ride your wave, but they don't want to circulate that energy back to you. If you guys are up here, there's no reason you should be dating someone that is down here. But they put you guys under a glamour spell, and you be thinking that these people are up here. And then that's when you guys find yourselves in the weird situations that you guys be in. You're like, well, I thought they were a high vibrational individual. Remember, a lot of you guys are being studied, a lot of you guys are being watched. You guys start posting about spirituality and being celibate on social media. Next thing you know, you have a warlock come into your reality and they'll start saying, like, oh, you know what? I've been celibate for this amount of time. I do this, I do that. And you think to yourself, like, oh, this is amazing. They're just like me. Where's the mirroring spell? Mirroring spell. Mirroring spell had you thinking that they were this when they were actually all the way in the basement. And then you keep them around you for too long, your life just starts going crazy. You start getting fired from your job. You start getting into it with your family. You're just stressed out. And then once again, they manipulate you to chase them. So you start going through all these things and you want relief. So you keep going back to that same warlock and your life just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And then you hit rock bottom. And then this is a matrix. They all do the same things. So what's going to happen with that warlock once you hit rock bottom, guys? Who's going to say it first? TikTok or YouTube? TikTok or YouTube? Appreciate the heart me. Thank you. Do 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 do. TikTok got it first. Things nowhere. Yeah, they leave. As soon as these demons come your way with a demonic assignment, they are on a mission. As much as they say they love you, as much as they say that we're going to be together forever, they are there to throw you off, get you to rock bottom. And when you have no more energy to give, they will discard you. They'll discard you so fast, you're going to get a whiplash. Like, yo, that was insane. The whiplash is going to like show you that, oh, this is what they're doing. And you're never going to allow yourself to get to that point ever again. But a lot of us, we have to go through this stuff. We have to go through the fires and the flames to understand that, like, oh, we can't pay attention to what they tell us. We got to pay attention to what they do. Because these warlocks, they love you guys on a conditional basis. If you guys no longer have that energy to give to that warlock, they're out of there immediately. Because what do you have to give to that person? And that's the demonic stuff with what they do. Because you started up here, they were down here, you got all the way right here, you lost everything. As soon as they go up a little bit and you need some energy from them to come back up, they're going to look at you horrified. Like, who do you think you are? How dare you try to get some energy from me and kick you to the curb? Those are the people that you can't even talk to. As soon as you try to have like a normal conversation with them and you try to like talk about yourself, they change that conversation immediately because they only see you as a tool to supply them with the energy. And a lot of these people only use you as a therapist. If you guys are in a relationship where they constantly use you as a therapist and they're not circulating any energy back to you, and all they're doing is constantly siphoning you, in my opinion, guys, I don't think a relationship should be like a therapy like dynamic. Yes, you guys should help each other out, but if you have someone that's just like draining, 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 they just trauma dump and throw all their issues on you, and it's never a good thing. Me personally, I don't think you should be with that person. That sounds like someone that's just taking advantage of you. You guys got to be aware of your energy at all times. Even if you're not tapped into this information, you know how you feel. There's no reason you should be with someone and you always just feel drained. You're always just arguing. It's always just something, something, something. One question someone messages me like every single day is like, how do we reverse a destiny swap? How do we get it back? How do we get said energy back? You guys don't have to overcomplicate these things. All you got to do is go no contact with somebody, and that warlock that was destiny swapping with you, reality will start to rectify itself. Whatever was taken away from you, this is the beautiful thing about this reality. Whatever was taken away from you, as soon as you walk away from that demon, you will get it all back. You get it all back times 10, times 20. Life will get so good for you again. One way you know this demon was destiny swapping with you is like you don't even look like the same person. Like when you first start that relationship till now, you don't look like the same person. When you first got with that person, you were like smiling, glowing, had that youthful spirit to yourself. Then by the end, you just look depressed, tired, lethargic, gain some weight, skin's not as glowy anymore. But go no contact with that person and see what happens. Go no contact with that person, and now your depression is starting to like lift off of you. Now you're starting to get that glow back. Now you're starting to smile. Now other people are noticing it. People are saying, "Hey, you got your spark back. You're glowing. What are you doing?" You're not really doing anything. You just got away from an energy vampire. But as we talked about earlier, these energy vampires, these warlocks, aren't going to let you walk away in peace. Because remember, your energy, like whatever they have, like whatever they had by the time like they were with you, they got it because they were with you. You stayed with that person, they started getting a job promotion, they got a new car, they was going on vacations, all this new stuff. They manifested that off of your energy. So if you walk away from them, you think they're gonna let you leave peacefully? And also, when you walk away from these warlocks, they gotta get their karmic debt as well. Some of you guys stay with people and you think to yourself, like, why don't they ever get their karma? Sometimes you guys shield people from getting their karma because you stay with them, you forgive them, you hold an umbrella. So every time that karma comes for them, like your umbrella, your energy makes it bounce off. But as soon as you walk away, reality's got to start has to start correcting itself. And they feel it immediately. You walk away from that person, they start getting karma, bad stuff starts happening immediately. They got to find that supply like another supply like fast. So first they'll try back with you. They'll hit you back up like I changed, I'm good. But like I said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So you're not going back to that person. If you learned a lesson. Some of you guys got to probably go through it more than one time. Once again, I'm not going to play the perfect person on here. My narcissistic relationship, 5 years, I kept going back. I'm like, why do I keep doing this? Because I was under a spell. I had to figure this stuff out the hard way. But once you figure it out, they'll try to come back. The mask is, you're going to be able to see through the mask. You're finally going to be done. And then you're going to get your happy ending. It's going to feel like a real life movie, like a real life movie. You start figuring this stuff out. Life starts to get better. You never thought it was going to get that good ever again. You just accepted this is just life. All right. Like, whole time you was being drained by a demonic demon. These Jezebels, these warlocks, these Delilah spirits, these Leviathans, they come to ruin your life, to put you in one of like the worst states you've ever been in. But as soon as you leave and take your power back, things start to get way better for you guys. Not only will you make a comeback, but like things are just gonna start falling in place with you. And when you see that happen, now you guys are gonna be stingy with your energy, because now you see how important this stuff is. You give your energy to the wrong person, that can be the difference between like literally life and death. And another witchcraft tactic we're going to talk about is these demons can definitely do Smex magic on you guys to destiny swap. Now, once again, I'm on TikTok, so I have to say Smex, but you guys know what I mean. But before I get into this, what does that stand for, guys? What does Smex stand for? They use Smex to control you. That can be a thing as well. That could be a manipulation tactic. Hefe said it right there. It's a sacred energy exchange, guys. So as we were talking about the destiny swapping thing, if you keep an energy vampire around you long enough, even if you don't have Smex, they can still do that destiny swap. Having Smex with them, though, that speeds up that process very, very fast. If you guys have Smex with someone that's on a lower frequency, they're going to take a lot of your energy, your glow, your confidence. They're going to be able to use that energy to manifest good within their life. And now stuff starts going wrong for you. And I'm not even on the side of saying Smex is a bad thing. Smex with a warlock, Smex with a destiny swapper, that is definitely a bad thing. Because these people are possessed by spirits that wants the very thing that is protecting you. As we talked about in the last stream, and you guys down here was saying how long you were being celibate for. Celibacy is like going to be one of the best things to protect you in this reality. When you got before you guys went celibate and you guys was like just out there dating, a lot of us is thinking to ourselves, how do we even make it this far, to be honest? Just no fear, just out there dating everybody, just kind of being around in the parties and stuff like that. When you're not celibate and you're just dating and hooking up with people, you open up portals for these demons to just come in and mess up your life. But we had to constantly go through this stuff because we're like, this stuff doesn't exist. Spirituality, that's just like all made up, this and that. Once you see this stuff, you can't unsee it because when you went celibate, that probably was the best. You start feeling the best you've ever felt in your life. More at peace. You weren't chasing the warlock that was manipulating you. You're starting to like being by yourself. Life is just starting to feel way better. But every time you invite someone into your life that doesn't deserve to be in there, you find yourself in a lot of confusion, anxiety, depression, and you're like, why am I feeling this way? One thing about this matrix, though, they're not going to tell you these things. Like, they're actually pushing you to be a part of the dating game, to give your energy, because the more energy you give to the matrix, the less and less you see through these things. As soon as you start going celibate or you start doing high vibrational things, this stuff becomes clear as day. And you start thinking to yourself, like, how didn't I see this beforehand? And that's why these lustful demons will come your way to try to blind you again. Because as soon as you start having smacks and you start hooking up with these demons, you can't see what's going on. You start to be like under the spell. But if you guys get around a demon that is like really down and out and you have smacks, trust me, things are going to start going wrong in your life because these people that you have smacks with, some of them have demons that's on them. If you guys could see into the spiritual realm, if you looked at you guys will have this bright light, just this bright aura. Just like light up the sky and stuff like that. And that's why when you guys walk outside, that's why you probably get people that stare at you. How many of you guys experienced that? Drop ones in the chat. You're outside, people just look at you, stare at you. Some people don't mind if you see them, they stare you down. Some people look away when you look them in the eye. But that's because you guys have a very bright aura about you. Not a lot of people have that. A lot of people are fighting demons. And because they're fighting demons, they're dealing with negative thoughts, anxiety, depression. They deal with that enough. They allow themselves to get possessed by these succubus, these incubus. They become warlocks. Their aura is just very dark. So they got to go out there and find people that have that light. And that's why a lot of people are drawn to you But not everyone that is drawn to you is someone that is a good person for you because they see your light. Some of these demons are like, all right, I'm going to have sex with this person. And then when you have sex with them, your light gets a little bit less dim. Some of their demons hop off of them and they hop on you, and you don't be knowing what you be feeling. You wake up the next day and you're like, why do I have anxiety? Why am I overthinking? I'm not even the person that's like, I don't normally think like that. But then that other person, the one that drained you of your energy, they're starting to bounce around. They're feeling amazing. They're feeling like they could take over the world. They go outside once they were kind of unconfident. Now they have the confidence to chase their dreams. If they want to go do social media, you see them go upload like 5 videos. Now they're in the gym. Now they're meditating, taking probably your habits and implementing it to themselves. Because that's what some of these destiny swappers will do. They will study your habits to see how you do the things that you do, take said energy, start implementing your habits into their life, and then something weird happens with you because after you gave your energy, now you're kind of lazy. Now you can't do what you used to do. You're normally someone that's going to the gym, but today, like you tell yourself, like, you know what, I'm good. I'm not gonna go. And now you're still battling that anxiety and you're like wondering where did that come from? But the thing about these demons is they're not doing things to hold on to the energy. And that's why these things aren't permanent. And that's why I say that in order to protect yourself, all you got to do is go no contact with these demons. Because what's going to happen is, let's say you do stay with that person, like you're not really seeing what's going on, your life is going to get very bad. You might not see it in the beginning, but things are going to start happening slowly but surely because your frequency is going down. Your thoughts, your frequency, your energy manifests as your current reality. If it gets to a certain point, things are just going to start happening to you. And then, like I said earlier, like once they take enough from you and the scales tips to their favor, they're going to discard you. But let's say you do go no contact and your energy starts to come back. Now your energy is going up where you can start manifesting back a better reality for yourself. But that demon stuff, bad stuff starts happening to them and they're going to try to come back to you kicking and screaming. Well, first they're going to put back on the mask. And when that doesn't work, now they're probably going to do a smear campaign on you. They got to do something to like get back into your energy because they need that energy that was making them feel so good to do what they were doing previously. That's why you guys got to be careful with these demons because some of them will do things to permanently attach themselves to you. That's why some of these demons, they will try to have a kid with you like immediately because they know if they have a kid with you, they will be able to attach themselves to your destiny. And that goes for guys and women. And the manipulation and the witchcraft that they'll make it seem like they're not trying to have a kid, but they're trying to secretly make it happen. And some of you guys can see that stuff and you're like, I don't want no parts. But some of you guys, and I'm not saying having a kid is a bad person. I'm not saying having a kid is bad. I'm saying having a kid and staying within their energy is a bad thing. You can co parent with somebody and not really have to be in their energy. Just make it a little bit harder, but it is possible. And some of you guys have to see that when that happens and be able to get away from that person. But if you guys are able to stay out that person's energy and not let them get back into it, life will start getting better. This person's gonna, if they can't get back with you, they will go find another like supply like very fast and go ruin someone else's life. That's why you guys see these demons, they never stay single for long. They're always just hopping to the next person, hopping to the next person. Some of you guys get sad when that happens. You think to yourself, did they ever love me? But honestly, you should be thinking to the point of like, you should be happy you even got away from that person and understand that people that constantly like hop to the next person, they're not happy on the inside. Remember, these demons are depressed. They're going through it. They're fighting trauma. They were trying to put those demons onto you. You didn't allow it. Now they got to go find somebody else. And the next victim, they're gonna start going through it as well. The same thing you went through, that same person's gonna go through it. But those other people, they probably don't have the knowledge that you have. They don't have the discernment. So they end up getting trapped with that person. And now that person, whoever they went with, is stuck in misery, but they won't show it on the outside because remember, the world is a stage. Some of you guys be asking, do these people ever get their karma? Do you really think if someone gets their karma, they're gonna be on like social media, like, life is like attacking me right now? I'm getting karma. People are gonna show you the highlights of their life. They're gonna make it seem like they're doing good when they're not. But you have the knowledge of being divinely protected, of knowing that if they did something to you, they're going through it. And some of you guys have discernment to be able to see that you can see through like the facade. Like it's very crazy. Like you can see when people try to be happy, but you can tell, oh, this person's like really going through it right now. And you be trying to tell people, you be trying to tell on divinely protect this and that, but they don't want to believe you. So they come and do the stuff that they be doing. And once again, you guys are going to elevate from this situation. So if any of you guys are currently going through it, I know those beginning steps. Like it's depressing. Like you're like, yo, this is horrible. You got no energy right now. You got to be in these lives to like kind of like get some like a boost or something like that. But trust is not going to feel like that forever. Now, how long is it going to be? I can't give you guys an all answer fits all because it's many different factors that's involved. How long were you with the person? When you went no contact, did you go real no contact? Because some of you guys go no contact and then like you hit them up the next day, then you go no contact, then you unblock them, go back and forth. That is stopping the healing process. If you guys are no contact with somebody, stay away from them. I know it's gonna hurt, but delete all the pictures off of your phone, block them on social media, don't watch them. I know it's gonna be hard. They might start talking about you on social media. They might start throwing subliminals your way. That is also a witchcraft tactic. Don't fall for that stuff. Because when they do stuff like that, even if you don't talk to them, they can still feel when you're connected to them. Those soul ties, people can feel you from a distance. So if someone does a subliminal and you see it and you start feeling some type of way, that's them knowing they still have you hooked. And that's why you got to go the extra mile to be able to block these people, and you got to be very strong to not like watch them. And how can you get the strength? We talked about that last stream. Something you can do is go on a long fast. That is definitely going to give you the strength to walk away from people. Because remember, you're under a witchcraft spell and you're not able to walk away from them. You're in an illusion. You go on a long fast, you probably have an identity crisis. Because you go on a long fast, you'll see through their mask immediately. And then you'll be able to have the strength to walk away. So if you guys are currently around someone you're not supposed to be with and you can't go no contact, 3-day fast. If that doesn't work, go on a longer fast. Do other things to keep your frequency high. Go to the gym. Someone said pray. Everyone drop your high vibrational things down in the chat. Some people said they were going through it. If you guys are currently going through it, just do one of these things that people are putting in the chat, and it will help you to start being able to see through the illusion. Read more, sauna, hiking. Sauna is underrated. That person knows ball. Meditation, giving God glory, just recognize it, awareness. What's YouTube saying? Psalms, that's pretty good. Fast pray, gym, silence, running, nature. So you guys have these different options. If you guys are currently in a soul tie with a demon, I understand it's hard, but just take it one day at a time, and you definitely can do it. But yeah, guys, I'm not going to end the stream right now. I am going to stick around to answer some of your guys' questions. If you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. On a TikTok side, if you guys don't follow me, shoot me a follow. I go live every single night. If you guys want to watch this full stream, subscribe to me on my YouTube. I do one-on-ones, link in the bio. These are just some of the witchcraft tactics that warlocks are going to do. There are more. There are some other things that they will do that's like a lot more like the Hollywood type of way of witchcraft. But these are just like the more common ones you will see in everyday life when you're dealing with people. What are your thoughts on twin flames? I definitely believe in it, but do understand that a lot of times when you first meet your twin flame, that person is very traumatized. I truly believe twin flames are put here to help us elevate as people. And sometimes your twin flames be warlocks. Like, that's the crazy part. Appreciate the roses. Yeah, I don't even think people like should end up with their twin flames. Like, that's my opinion. I think they're put there to be a catalyst to your growth, but it is possible. But what I be saying is like when you first meet your twin flame, you guys have that relationship, it's toxic, you guys break apart. If you guys go heal, you guys become different people. And when you guys become different people, you probably won't even want that person anymore. But that twin flame journey is gonna be a doozy because that's gonna reopen probably some abandonment wounds, and it's gonna feel like, man, I'm never gonna find someone like this again. You probably won't even want to date. But you said that the past 5 times and you always make yourself out of it. How long am I on SR? I think like a year and a month. I really stopped counting days, but if you guys want to elevate, SR celibacy will get you to where you want to go to. You do want to be with someone, but you're scared. To everyone in here that still wants to date, your person is out there. You just can't really date more so quantity over quality, probably how you were dating beforehand. You got to understand that the person that you want to attract is out there and they got to learn the same lessons that you got to learn because when you guys get together, you guys can't be in the mode of like self-sabotaging. You're going to go celibate and work on yourself. I love to hear it. So I'm saying if you guys are in here, I want you guys to implement this information as well. Like my job, I'm just trying to wake up people and give people awareness. Do know a lot of this stuff is like very normalized. So some of this stuff you can talk about and people like won't even see the bad in it. Some people you can open up, they'll dismiss you. And a lot of times that's because they're the ones that's doing it themselves. So you guys just got to be careful. Sometimes you'll have people like, narcissist isn't even a thing. When people start saying things like that, you're like, all right, like, why are we defending narc? Oh, that person's probably a narc. Like, so a lot of times people be telling on themselves. You got to kind of just read between the lines when it comes to people. When people start getting triggered for certain reasons, be like, why are they getting triggered? Is limerence a spell? Not just limerence. It's like people do things to get you in limerence, but limerence itself isn't a spell, if that makes sense. They want you in limerence and they'll do witchcraft to get you there. But when you're on it, it's more so now you're kind of in control, like what you're seeing, and you're choosing to see the illusion. Is it possible to elevate without SR? Of course. SR is just one of the SR and celibacy is just one of the many tools you can use. Uh, but all these high vibrational things, you don't have to check off every single box to elevate. It's just one other thing that will help you out. Narcissists are real. You learn how to deal with them too. Choose not to participate when you see it facts. What's up, Ola? YNA, what if someone engages in reactive abuse and it acts like nothing ever happened? The acting like nothing ever happened is part of the reactive abuse. Remember, they just want that one reaction and then they'll act like nothing even it's to drive you crazy. It's to make you be like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? You gotta like not let that stuff affect you. Um, Reactive abuse, like it's you got to kind of notice it, and as hard as it is, just ignore what they're doing. And if you do react, just accept why you did, find that trigger, and then go right back to the drawing board of not reacting. Gaslighting 101, reactive abuse. Yeah, on this journey, a lot of people are just gonna gaslight you. You just have to kind of accept that it's a part of it. It's like a coming to passage. Like the longer you're on it, the more you will get gaslit. Even throughout these streams I do, people just come in here and it's like, gaslit the awakened ones. Because being awakened triggers people and their realities. Also, they want to drain us of our energy. So those things you just got to ignore. Is a smear campaign a form of destiny swapping? It can be. Making up lies about you. If you believe said lies, then yeah, it can be like a form of destiny swapping. Are these messages going fast? Learn how to identify provocative spirits. You mean like lustful spirits or provoking spirits? Cut the cords, exactly. All these demons, I'm telling you guys, the ones that are siphoning you, once you go no contact, the cord will be cut and then you will be feeling better. Sometimes you guys are in a state of thinking very negative, very depressed, very anxious. Sometimes that is just about being around like the wrong people. Sometimes too, it's your own family as well. It's why a lot of you guys was like depressed growing up, low self-esteem, because you were constantly around family members that was siphoning you. Yes, they were providing for you on the 3D. They put a roof over your head. They were providing you with money, but they were siphoning your energy, the thing that you needed to manifest a good life for yourself. And then when you walked away from them or you distanced yourself, that's when life got a lot better for you. And that's what like everybody uh with draining friends, a draining job, learn to walk away is like a cheat code to getting to a higher timeline faster. What's up with this romantic partner stealing your personality? Everyone we see is not conscious. That's why I say NPCs, not in like a derogatory term, but to let you know that there are some people going off of a program, and some of these people just study you to steal your personality because they don't know who they are as a person. Those are the same people that will be like in pointless competition with you, copying you and all those things because they don't know who they are as a person. Your family was not great, but you tried to get away. It is difficult. Hey, you got this. It's not going to be like an overnight thing, but the more you work on yourself, the easier it will become. Someone harbors a provocative demon spirit. That's a demon. Got you. And the soul is ready. The mate will appear. I like that. That's definitely true. Hey, also, guys, thank you. See if I can screenshot this. We hit a record like on the TikTok side of like people in here. And I always do want to kind of give my appreciation to everybody. Thank you guys for supporting me. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to listen to the things I say, but you guys give me a platform, and for that I am grateful. So thank you. Record on here. Gonna keep dropping videos. Gonna keep going live every night. So if you guys are on the TikTok side, shoot me a follow. Live every night at 9 p.m. Pacific, except for Fridays. We're living on a prison planet. That's why there's a reincarnation trap. Yeah, I think our it's all about perception. I think once you get to that heaven state of consciousness, like I kind of look at it more as like a school instead of like a prison. And that makes it operating on here like a lot more manageable. But I do see why a lot of people say it's like a prison planet. It's Brit Babes. Appreciate the follow. Jermaine, appreciate the follow. And I think the best thing I like about these communities is the fact that we have these comments. The fact that you guys are in the comments talking to each other, having other people you can talk to about these things makes it way easier. People that can validate your experiences. Because as soon as you guys get off this live and you're not watching videos on these things, you go out into society and you constantly deal with people that are trying to gaslight you. Once you get aware of the matrix, it just doesn't transport you to a utopia. We're still around it every day. And there's still things that's trying to pull you back into it every day. So it's like a constant battle. Linisha, appreciate the follow. The battle is definitely real. How do you stop it at work? Same thing applies. Just ignore these people. You don't have to let your coworkers get to you. If you know who you are as a person, you just ignore what they're doing. Meki, appreciate the follow. Live at what time? 9 p.m. Pacific. Can you go over this again? This type of stream, I'll do it again sometime like probably later in the week or next week. But honestly, as soon as I end this live, it's gonna be uploaded. So 9 p.m. Pacific. Humiliation rituals is them trying to humiliate you to lower your energy to where you don't want to even do your purpose anymore, to make you kind of want to give up. When a bunch of people come together to try to humble you, try to set you up, these humiliation rituals could look different, like it's many different ways they can do one on you. But you pass it by using the lessons to elevate yourself to become even more confident. Like if you pass, you will elevate instead of allowing it to draw you down. Triangulation is like a warlock, is like, so a triangle, right? The warlock's on the top, you have two people on the bottom. The warlock pits these two people together because by them doing that, they kind of maintain the control. Um, a lot of times they do that to get the attention off themselves. And a lot of times they do it because they might view you as like this authentic individual where everyone likes you and they're able to be in control by having someone attack you because now they have someone under their mind control and under their witchcraft. And that's what just witchcraft is, like people manipulating energy to control other individuals, to have them under mind control. And that's why when you guys awaken and you tap into this stuff, witchcraft doesn't affect you. And if you are getting affected by it when you're at this level, you're letting it do it for some strange reason. Either you're giving people the benefit of the doubt, either it's like you don't want the friendship to break up. When you guys see this stuff, you guys got to dip. Like you start noticing witchcraft, it is time to get out of there. You guys have these gifts for a reason. I'm not trying to have these gifts so I can see what's going to happen and then want to see it happen again. People start being weird, demonic. Hey, I wish you the best. And people are another witchcraft tactic is people are going to shame you into being a victim. People are probably going to tell you, you don't know how to communicate. Yeah, you do know how to communicate to people that aren't demonic. You know that if you communicate with this person, they're going to gaslight you, gaslight you. So you got to kind of just be secure in your own energy, be in your own energetic field. Like everyone has an energetic field. Warlocks are trying to manipulate your field somehow to get you under their control. As soon as you notice that attack comes on your energetic field and try to mess with, hey, it's time to go. Cut that cord. You go over there, and I'm gonna stay over here. But like I be saying, there's a lot of people out there that if you don't let them manipulate you, they get very pissed off. Because once again, we're in a Truman show where it's like a lot of people just accept that this is how life is. And a lot of people have accepted that manipulation is like a normal thing. So when you're that one person operating outside of the game, they be getting mad at you. Like, why did you just do that? And you're like, well, what? Like, what do you mean? You didn't let me do what I was gonna. Yeah, that's okay. Like I said, when you see stuff like that, I just walk away because you guys are out there. You guys are out in nature. you guys are out there like doing things to like raise your frequency. There's other people out here, all they do every night is like watch how to manipulate people videos, uh read manipulation books. And some of these people study manipulation so much that they think they're like gods of this reality. Some people just think that once they learn enough of these witchcraft tactics, that it's supposed to work on everybody. And then when you come around and it doesn't work, they get pissed off because like, why aren't you letting me manipulate? This is supposed to work. And then when it doesn't work, they'll make you the issue. And that's when they start going to Darvo. You start ignoring people, you don't let them manipulate you. Now you're a narcissist. And they don't care to make like the lie fit. They don't care to make it convincing, is like what I'm noticing. Because there are some people that they can really say whatever and they will believe them. So you can literally be like a smiling person, like you're like a giving, just like someone that doesn't fit the persona. But if you don't let them manipulate you, they start immediately just like, oh, you're a narcissist. Shame, blame, exactly. Someone's like goofies in the workplace. What is the poetry for love bombing that they try to make you think they wrote it for you? I don't know what you're asking. It was good, M. I appreciate you. Do you think they learn these witchcraft tactics off someone else? They definitely can. Some people are born in covens and they see their parents manipulate, and it just becomes a natural thing that they start doing. A lot of people don't even know they're doing witchcraft. It's just like a natural way of like surviving. And for some of these people, you can like genuinely point out what they're doing and they honestly don't see something wrong with it. But they can learn these tactics from like a lot of different ways. Some people see it from like their family members. Some people want to go even deeper with this stuff and they're very aware. And those are the people that are like watching the videos, reading the books. Words are spells, gossip is witchcraft facts. How to protect yourself from monitoring spirits and divination users. People who seem to have information about your energy and thoughts, even though you are private. I have asked this question a bunch. You gotta like really walk in the energy of like you're protected. If you're saying you're not giving out your energy, people can visit you in your dreams, but that's if you allow them to. Like you're giving them access. And if that is happening, I'm saying go to sleep like in a fasted state. That means you're fighting spiritual warfare in your sleep and you're probably not even aware of it. But if you go to sleep in a fasted state, make sure you cover your mirror like while you're sleeping. Those are things that can protect you and still moving in silence in the 3D. Still standing. What's good? Allow really? Definitely. Why is the same man who ghosted me on my mind still a year later? Uh, a lot of time I be thinking too, those situations should be like staying on people's minds because it's always the illusion of like what could have been. But if you're still thinking about that person, they're probably thinking about you. Because every time you have those nights like where you're like really yearning for somebody, that can be that they're feeling those things as well. Not to say that means that, oh, like that will potentially make a relationship happen. I'm just saying that if you want that to stop happening, cut the cord by. Okay, if that's still happening for you, are you like still checking up on the person? Like when you go no contact, it has to be like actual no contact with the person. Sherilyn, appreciate the follow. Other than getting this information in your dreams, is there any other way they can get this information? As I know, it's only in the astrals. If you're saying for sure you're not opening up in the 3D, then I think it's just the astrals. Also know too, guys, that people like will try to manifest you. So I did talk about the whole thing with the warlocks, how like when you walk away from them, they'll try to put the mask on, come back into your life. and then they'll probably start trying to be a villain, this and that. Some of them go to covens to like try to figure out like what they can do to get you back. So you sometimes have these people, they'll go to these TikTok lives and they'll ask people like, how do I manifest like my ex back, this and that. These people give them the answers. I don't like even doing that, thinking about that, and even recommending that. I think that kind of overrides people's free will. If you guys are very tapped in and you're at a certain frequency, you can feel when people are doing that. Like when people try to manifest you, them probably doing a 369, them visualizing you coming back. If you're someone that is spiritually weak, that can't work on you. Sometimes you're thinking to yourself, like, oh, like, I really miss this person. Should I hit them up? Sometimes that's not even your thoughts. So you guys got to kind of be aware of that. And if you're very tapped in, you can feel when someone's trying to manifest you. Like you'll have one night where you're just like thinking about somebody. You're like, why am I thinking about this? And oh, they're probably thinking about me and they're trying to get me to reach out to them and do this. And some people take it as far as them visiting you in your dreams. So sometimes when you dream about an ex or something like that, that can be them trying to like do some type of inception where you get up, you're like, I was thinking about them, I should reach out. 369 is a manifestation technique where like you write what you're trying to manifest 3 times in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, 9 at the night. Some people do that to try to manifest you. You'll be surprised, guys. Some people out there's probably writing your name in a book as we speak. People that like manifest people like that, those relationships never like last. Like it's not a genuine thing. It's almost like that Obsession movie, but Obsession is taking it to like a whole nother level. That's like the extreme. Hey, but I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Like I said, thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for being here tonight. If you guys are on the TikTok side, shoot me a follow. I also go live every night, one on ones, YouTube. Link is gonna be in the bio. And YouTube, thank you guys for rocking out with me. And like I said, YouTube is gonna have this live uploaded if you guys want to tap into it. But to all you guys, don't let this witchcraft affect you. If you guys are currently in a soul tie, just take your power back. As I said, just say that stuff out loud and stay no contact. But I'm out of here.